bitch.
Didn't live yet. Still
Fuck.
working on it. Now we're live.
Fuck shit, pussy ass bitch.
Good thing
Anyone
I'm
else
working
wanna
not
throw
for
any other curse
kids.
words?
Oh gosh.
Well, I just belched so much I tasted
Come on, throw in the
garlic.
curse words. Let's get these kids out of here. Let's empty this bitch.
Hey, do you not understand what the Copa stuff is for?
Don't know, don't care.
It's for YouTube to make everything harder for people trying to make a buck off of their platform.
Actually,
No, it's supposed to protect kids. Like, Copa in and of itself is good,
Oh,
but
the
the
children!
implementation's bad.
Think of the children!
It's really supposed to protect them from pedophiles, but the implementation is shit.
This took me about an hour.
YouTube's probably going to go down if they don't change Copa.
Most of it was loading up assets, which is what I was hitting up John for. I'm like, John, give me a mouse program, please. At like, what, 3 a.m.?
Yeah, I woke up to that message and I'm like, what?
I
had no idea what was going on.
Brian, what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Brian, what are you talking about dead bodies for?
Brian, you're a dead body.
I could be. I wish I was.
No.
Sometimes.
No.
Yep.
No.
Bad.
Bad Brian.
I could just swallow this glass ball and hold it in my throat.
No.
That's not big enough.
It's sealed in there so you can't get it. Yeah, you'd probably
God, I just
swallow it.
Wow. It's not big enough, Jesus.
That's what she said? Is that where were you making a that's what she said joke?
I just said.
Round of applause, round of applause. She's finally becoming a degenerate like us. Or me.
Welcome! Yeah, you're on a whole other level than
Oh,
the three of
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Right, it's the ultimate level of degeneracy.
Not true. There are people that are worse than me.
I'll give him that
Right.
one. The internet goes all the way down, folks.
Also, that's the wrong date.
Oops. I had to remake it because I realized it was the wrong streamed copy. Saved.
And just remember, everyone, can we try and limit the screaming and the just the things that blow out Brian's microphone?
Yeah, we need better. I need to get a Blue Yeti soon.
Or at least something that has a fuzz thing.
Holy fuck, we got 8 views last stream. Why?
I think 2 of those... Well, wait, you mean The Last of Us or The Last in general?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2 of those might be me.
Probably. We still, hey, we're growing up.
Yeah.
I also did chill it a lot harder, so.
What the hell is it?
How's the drinkings?
Obviously
It
horrible.
certainly is melon flavored.
I don't think I've had a melon flavored drink before. I might have to have the other one just to have the experience.
Go for it.
Oh my, so many. So many.
I thought you were saying so.
No, so many.
Spaghetti. No, what do you guys think of food, by the way? Sorry,
I like the pizza that they make around the corner.
Alright, cool.
I've got... Well, it'll cut into my Secret Santa budget by
I've got
90%, but I've got a 20 in my pocket I can give.
If my assumption is
I'll
correct,
give you $4 with that.
Bill, if my assumption on who you have is correct, that shouldn't be too big of a problem.
I got most of it, but I still need to get supplies for the last leg of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like
Bill, I thought you had am I right? Yeah, thought so. I was gonna say, yeah, I freaking thought so, because I did some math and figured out a few, I rewatched the feed of people, like, basically staring at who had who. Meanwhile,
God damn it, I didn't even think of that.
Meanwhile, I fucking professionally looked at it.
I thought I did that.
The next person.
I thought I did that.
Well, it wasn't so much figure out who everyone else had, it was just figure out who had me. And then it's just math, really.
Yeah, when there's only a couple of people, it's pretty easy to figure out.
It's actually a very interesting pattern that emerged.
Alright, so there's 2 streams.
Yeah, who cares?
Oh boy.
One
Who
of
the
them
fuck watches us?
I mean, just make sure if you're gonna tweet it, tweet the one that's actually live.
Oh, here's another.
Jeez.
And I was telling other people about volume.
Yeah, good job, asshole.
Hot chocolate splash.
Don't. I don't want burns for
I
Christmas.
don't want to spill my hot chocolate.
All I want for Christmas is bird, baby. I'm not drunk enough for this shit.
Really? Because you're acting it.
I think his default state is drunk.
Or imitation.
As an Irishman, I find that
Oh, I'm
offensive.
sorry.
You're offensive.
I did not
I am
know.
offensive.
I'm sorry.
Surprise,
I
money!
forgot.
Would
I
you?
Okay,
do
you're
this
paying
shit
for the
all
pizza.
time.
That
All I have
works.
is 10. I can add it to your 20.
All right. Food
It's
budget.
literally like
Shit.
$12. I have $2. I have $2 in coins in the living room.
Okay,
So
so
this is
that
my
leaves
problem.
us another
I forget.
amount
money.
to
Oh yeah, we can
potentially
get, food
get
and
more
drinks.
drinks.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have to ration these. Yay. Oh yeah, and we should, Brian, you don't have milk, do you?
No.
We're gonna need something to wash down that pie with.
Beer.
Hot chocolate.
The hot
I
chocolate
only
would
have
work.
I only have one more thing of hot chocolate, by the way.
Yeah.
So use your refills. Yeah, the person I'd gotten those from, because I didn't know where to get the little packets that they come in. They didn't exactly give me a lot of hot chocolate. They did give me about 4 freaking things of coffee, but I'm not a coffee drinker, so I figured, oh, Bill's always here tired, get him some coffee.
I do that. Dude, the only time I do coffee is out of desperation. Trust me.
My dick is desperation.
Yes, it is.
I do coffee when it's free.
I do coffee with my Coke.
Well, next time, tell me, and I'll bring, like, because I have, like, boxes and boxes of hot chocolate that
Yeah.
are sitting in the back.
Like the little fucking cup ones, or
Like,
because the machine
Or-
I take takes cups.
Oh,
is
you
it-
have a Keurig.
packets.
Oh.
Ah.
No, like the packets, like huge packets. They're sitting in the back.
Wait, don't they? Isn't there like
So
an
remind me,
empty
like, next
reusable
time.
that you can just fill with something?
You can get reusables. They work for coffee. I don't know if they work with hot chocolate. But hot
don't see why
chocolate,
not.
you just need hot water and then you mix in the powder.
Yeah.
So you don't need to have it in the machine.
Oh yeah, good point. We can just get a thing of hot water and cups.
Are you? I could make you guys some
What?
Cups?
hot chocolate.
Cups.
We're saying about here.
Oh,
He's got the Keurig. We can use Keurig to make portions of hot water and then just mix in the powder and it'll be good.
wow.
One
Alright.
minute.
Pinging the server.
One way my grandma used to make hot chocolate was chocolate milk and put it in the microwave.
I don't know why I was hoping that would go a lot darker. I don't know why. Well, I know exactly why, because I'm an asshole, but
Wait, hoping what, huh?
hoping that story would have gone a lot darker.
I have dark stories. They're not for this table.
Motherfucking. Did I not set this person up? God, fuck them.
So
Oh, there. Is that there?
the
No,
way
fuck.
I think.
Fluffy doesn't know what ETA stands for. Oh,
Yeah, he's an idiot.
How old is he?
Older than me.
Oh, speaking of cell phones, I know what to do with my old phone now.
Launch out of that duct tape cannon you were gonna make for mine?
No, I'm gonna make it a Pip-Boy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say put it in a thing of gasoline and call it.
I don't think that actually does that.
It should.
No, because it doesn't. It shouldn't
Not
spark
like-
like that.
No, not like should expected reaction. Should life should be like that.
Oh, okay. I agree.
Or take a road flare, throw it into a thing of gasoline after you're done. Or, you know, just take the battery and just put a little piece of tinfoil between that and there. And that will create a spark.
I have a few bad batteries that I need to dispose of. We can play with.
Thing of gasoline.
Yeah, we'll get a thing of gasoline and we'll take some old lipo batteries and we'll short them and throw them like bombs into the gasoline and watch the batteries explode and take the gas with it. Who? What?
And I've shared the link to my Twitter. I don't expect that to do much, but who the hell cares, right?
Still have to find. We're having an argument with some idiot on Twitter, and you linked it to me, and it's in my browser tabs on my desktop. I still have to find that tab and bring it back up to you.
What
Be like,
argument is this?
there was some idiot on Twitter who was just being.
Was it you or the group that I sent that to?
I don't
Probably.
remember. I'm pretty sure we were discussing it in our DMs.
But yeah, in 30 minutes, I'd say we order food. Because that way they can get that shit started and I can get fucks the fuck out of my house. Because now, I literally have to get you out of here by between 4 and 5 because I have another game. Because apparently everyone wants to game. Nah, I'm actually okay with it. What do you think of the new map, by the way?
It's nice.
I can tell what the fuck is going on
Yes.
instead of a bunch of squiggly lines.
Yeah, all it really is missing now is indications of where the gates are in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
The
not
wall.
really a wall, it's a crater. So, technically,
Well,
the
you said
crater is...
about you said about the wall, the city wall,
Yeah, you said that multiple times
or
in our
gates
various
at
things.
least.
fair
You
enough.
can have a gate without a wall. Like if you look at Japan, there are areas where they have a gate, but it's not part of a wall.
Right.
So I mean that's up to you if you meant that kind of a gate or. Like,
I'll figure it out later.
because I imagine more like a traditional, like medieval city, walled city.
Either way, who wishes to summarize where we left off?
I've got it. Okay, so
Okay.
she might have been tweeting out to the link. We don't know.
No.
Okay then.
Rip.
That'd be the exception, but you weren't.
Yeah.
Bill?
Okay, so Tim was pissed about something. I forget what that was. Anybody?
I don't know, but I will see if you guys know.
Something about Solaris being in town or something, and Sophia had just left to go slake her living weapon's thirst for blood in the fields, and I took. And Tim got pissed, so I grabbed Fax and and yanked him out to the marketplace to go get me some crafting supplies and stay clear of the blast zone.
Gonna make some diamond pickaxes.
Yeah, some.
Now, the thing Tim was pissed about regarding Solaris was finding out that they had a church in his town in years previous, at least.
Right.
More of a city, but it has a population of a town. But
City, town, Timtown.
It's interchangeable.
Yeah,
Timberg.
Timberg.
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
I'm sure he would, but he's not hearing it because we're saying that without the funny voices indicating it's not our characters saying this shit.
Saying, I fucking hate it. No.
That was in one of the candles?
Anything else?
Sophia's probably gonna die.
Shut up.
What are you fishing for? Because that's the immediate
Anything else of anything else stood out to you guys?
Well, many things do
that
stood
flying-
out to me. I'm just, wondering.
Well, that flying creature got away, so.
Yeah, so the creature presumed to be Tim's daughter with some sort of magic or something flew off.
Mm-hmm.
We got our living weapons and have introductions to them.
Yes.
Right. Mine's a goblin.
We learned a bit about
He
the
likes to
past.
explode!
Where the fuck did I write down what his name was? I gave him.
Damn it, his name is Evers.
Oh, it was on my papers themselves.
Books.
Yay!
What's that? Everon.
Get the fuck out of my house.
I couldn't see when you're shaking it like that.
The newest book from D&D.
Nice.
Oh, that's the thing with the canon people.
Yeah. Good thing they're never gonna hear in this game.
Cannons
Canon
are now
people?
canon.
Yeah.
You can go fuck
Yes.
yourself.
Cannons are now
Right,
canon.
we need to work out shifter shit with you.
Yeah.
I'll work it out later.
Shifter?
Yeah, because her whole...
She's a
whole
were
class
person or
thing
something,
is
but
like
we
werewolf,
don't know.
But the problem is... I never exactly explained any of that. So we're going to change your race to it.
Okay.
To the shifter. That way you have a more innate thing of just going, dog.
Yeah.
Doge.
Basically.
Because that would be a little more convenient.
Isn't it? I have I have trouble believing that that isn't already in the PHB and that you'd have to take that from.
It's lycanthropy, but it actually isn't. Speaking of PHP, I actually do have a spare PHP for whoever I got as my.
Yes, we very remember that.
Yes. Enjoy the shifter.
Well, okay. I need to write some stuff
Yeah,
down.
just copy paste that. Copy paste it. If everyone's okay with everyone else using it, so as to not give away who I have.
I'm cool.
If everyone's cool with it.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't get to the recipient ruined.
I mean, I'll leave that up to you guys, but I'm pretty sure you guys are going to end up sharing it at the table anyway.
Props.
Brandon, you okay with it? You guys, everyone sharing your possible gift?
Yes.
Bill?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Done?
Yep.
There you go.
Was I looking something up in this?
No, I thought Bill said you wanted to check if lycanthropy was in the PHP.
No, I just said I had a hard time believing it wasn't.
Well, either way, now you guys have a PHP to play with.
Oh. Lycanthropy.
One that isn't completely just filled with bullshit.
Yeah.
I thought about giving that one away, and I was like, man, that could be an asshole. Either way, so who wants to go first?
Seeing as everyone else is in their books, so I'm dragging him down the steps, or am I at the marketplace already? What are we doing? Like a 12-minute time skip?
You guys want to do it?
All right, I'll say we already got to the to something approximating a marketplace for Timtown, and
that would be the tent city road that you. Well, that's the only section you guys have really explored enough.
There. And I'm gonna try and find. Actually, yes, give me that. Crafting components for my tinker stuff.
Right, because you wanted to do that thing with the Skelly Boy, if I recall.
We decided not to, but I do still have short on actual stuff. Yeah, tinker, blah blah blah. 10 GP worth of materials, so I'm just gonna find materials to make stuff.
Roll me a survival or history check of your choice. Because you've been here long enough, you would at least know that there is actually a layout to the tent area.
Definitely going
It's
history on
very
that.
much based off of different locales in the area. Nat 20. Oh yeah, you find your person.
All right. And I have plenty of gold, so I'm gonna get. I think 50 gold's worth. How much would 50 gold's worth of tinker supplies? That is to say, enough to build 5 small clockwork items.
Yeah.
How much would that weigh, approximately?
Let's just call it about 50 pounds of metal.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I'll go with 20 gold's worth of supplies.
I mean, you could always ask. Well, you could also ask them for like a cart or something, but I would charge you extra.
I'm thinking like
Or you
on
could have
a
fax carry some shit.
well that will be tackled at the next thought, but for now Zoc is basically just going for if I'm stuck somewhere and I need to make a lighter or something, I can just
Don't worry about that.
yeah, but I just having the ability to make one thing and then have the option to build more things later if I need it. Plus what is my weight capacity on this bullshit?
But yeah, the only thing you're basically doing is just changing ability scores from human to the other thing, and you're also noting down your new ability of shifting, and then we're going to make you into a fighter instead of your blood hunter. But we're not changing any health purposes because that would be a whole different monster. But appearance-wise, nothing changes. However, lore-wise, nothing changes either because it perfectly swaps out. At least how I have it set up.
Okay,
So basically, just add new abilities to yourself.
Alright.
It should be the next page. And if I'm correct, you're picking Long Fang somewhere. Okay. Because that is the lupine, which is golf.
Puppy, puppy.
Correct? Unless you want to be a bear or something. Although, in all honesty, I'm pretty sure Ricard would be considered the bear in this relationship, but
yes.
Who am I to judge? I don't know, maybe he's a cub. Who knows? He's certainly got the tits to hold him. Yeah, I gotta throw arguments up there somehow.
Is that an insult though?
Depends how you take it.
How does Sophia take it?
Wrong. What? No.
Don't keep lining him up for that shit.
I'm sorry,
John.
I had to do the one.
Anyway, Brian,
What's up, bitch?
what is a character's maximum weight capacity determined by?
Strike, I'm pretty sure.
What is the weight capacity of Strength 13?
Strike 13, how much weight do you currently have on? You know what? You guys are going to be spending
pounds.
it. You guys, I'll say that you guys just spend a bit of time just bringing it back and forth.
No, like I said, this is like adventuring gear loadout I'm packing for. So, like, would a gnome of 13 strength be overly encumbered by having 50 pounds of crap on them on top of the usual adventuring rig, or
It depends.
would
Well,
that
you're
be
a
very
wizard,
little?
so you don't carry too much in terms of weight.
Yeah, but as a character, Zoc tends to pack like a Boy Scout as far as supplies. You know.
Always ready.
I'd say you
Extra
could carry. I could say you could carry it, but you'd be you wouldn't be taking any disadvantages, not yet at least. If you took another 50 pounds, then maybe.
Okay, you know, I'm trying to get not the numerical thing as an end, but as an insight into what would be reasonable or not for this guy. Because that's what it was. When I first started, I had it starts you out with like 10 torches. I threw in for 15 on my thing. Like, this is all the stuff I don't have anymore. But like, I had that. I had triple the normal amount of rope it gives you. I had, second tinderbox, because that's like nothing. Crap like that, is how he packs. So I want to know, how would he be doing that for?
Give me a second.
Yeah.
So I get what
your strength is your strength score multiplied by 15. This is the weight in pounds that you can carry, which is high enough for that most characters don't usually have to worry about it.
Yeah, but it tells you about the in character too.
Yeah, I wasn't quite certain. So
Okay, it's about 200 pounds. So 50 pounds of stuff would be like an eighth of his capacity. So not a lot, but a significant amount. Yeah, I'm getting 50 gold of components.
Okay. So yeah, I'd say you get 10 pounds per thing of it.
Yeah, 10 pounds per 10 gold.
Yeah. So yeah, you're watching Zoc basically get loaded up with just a bag of scrap metal.
What kind of shop are we in? Is it just like
you're currently in like the you guys have pieced
We're
together.
standing
You're
outside
kind of in like a You're kind of like in a tinker's section. Like a lot of people are selling basic clockwork shit.
Yeah.
Someone's even demonstrating a very rudimentary hand cannon, which immediately blows them up. And then they immediately start demonstrating. We also have prosthetic arms. He says, now missing his arm.
Okay, I was about to say, are we talking blown up like cartoon covered in black?
No, his arm is now missing.
Yeah. Okay.
You hear the bloodied screams.
Yeah, and then
like,
his partner just goes,
We also have this!
We also have prosthetics!
He says, picking one up and shoving it on and going, and then it falls off because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And
Okay.
it's quite clear that he's just a bad salesman.
now?
I'd say it's more a problem that he's a bad tinker.
Yeah.
Are these prosthetics some sort of magic?
No, the ones
We're
he's
in the
selling,
clockwork section, man.
What he is selling, no. It's very much simple pulley systems that hook up to your shoulder.
Okay, so it's not something that would be really.
And it's
fun
also specifically from the elbow down.
Okay. I was just wondering
like,
if
his whole thing, like the way he would demonstrate it, if you watch for like at least what he's trying to show off, is if you reach forward, your hand automatically closes.
Okay. I was just wondering if it was
such technology.
If
I mean,
it was
technically, yeah.
I didn't know if it was like auto mail kind of stuff
No,
or
that would be closer to Hank.
Yeah, and
that's the stuff that Fax would want to
space
play
shit.
with. Yeah, Fax would want to
And
play with
his is
that.
kind of rudimentary because he's actually missing, like, he doesn't have, like, the whole 5 fingers thing. 2 of them are actually fused together into, like, a little paddle. And the other 3 are the only actual digits.
So it doesn't sound like there's anything that
Good
Fax
job,
is
Steve.
particularly
I
looking
saw
to
that.
get. What?
No, he pet his D20 for doing a good job.
Your wife wants to send Brianna to the gulag
Why?
because she's on her phone and making excuses for.
No, she actually isn't right now. She's copying stuff down with her for the book.
I said
And I was the one
it's
making
Book
books.
the show.
And I was the one making excuses, not her.
Lift book the show.
No, that was just now.
Oh.
She just joined like a couple minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah, grab
Yeah,
by the
please. I had to pre-order that thing.
Why are you show her?
Because she's
otherwise
accusing
she
you of
won't
things.
shut up.
Haha, he is dismantled. I don't know what she's talking about. Anyway, yeah, Fax doesn't really
Yeah,
see anything he's
That is on a
interested
time
in.
lag, remember?
Fax doesn't see anything he's particularly interested in the Cockburg section.
Okay.
Um,
I can't see the chat for some reason, so that's unfortunate.
Oh,
Oh, no, there it is.
Took a minute to
How
load
far
in.
did he dismantle? Yeah, yeah.
I know, right?
yeah, it's interesting.
I know, it's really nice.
She said it was
in there.
both of you.
Either
Yeah.
way.
But
That's probably from the very beginning. Then.
shush you.
Yeah, either way, let's get back to this.
Yeah. Yeah, Fax is just gonna kind of.
So I've got my special tinker stuff, and now I have not a lot else. So let's see,
I mean, you still have like 150 gold if I remember
200.
correctly. Oh, there you go.
Actually, yeah. Can I pencil?
Yes.
I really should resharpen some pencils. But for some reason, people keep breaking them. I don't know why.
Thank you.
Yeah, you sharpen them.
I don't break them. I have a broken pencil.
Yeah, you did? Literally the first day. Oh, cool, pencils!
No, I didn't.
Who the fuck was that?
What was that
The fuck are you
cartoon
talking
that he
about?
kept breaking the pencils by, like?
Billy Amanda?
Maybe?
I think so. That sounds like a Billy thing.
Like it
At Billy.
splintered the point flat, and then the eraser also flew off, and he did that like 11 times.
Who cares? It'll come to you later.
Yeah. It was that era, at least. I know that.
Fax is pretty stocked up on shit and doesn't really have anything he wants right now.
I've got everything I need. Just pile on more gold.
Yeah, just looks up at him like,
Fax is just gonna have like a golden throne at some point because he doesn't know what to do with the gold.
No,
He'll have somebody melt it down and give him 1,000 for it.
I'm actually working something out for that, don't worry.
I figure he's just gonna eventually take a day trip up back to Bronzefell and buy a fire stick once he has enough to essentially buy his own nation.
I mean, 2,000 wouldn't be off the price to have one that doesn't kill you.
Yeah.
Or cripple you.
Fax might do that. He might just keep saving until he can buy something cool.
Yeah, I'd say aim for a 10,000 gold model.
Good luck.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Brian probably won't let the savings get that high.
Yeah, he's probably gonna make something eat your gold and ours too with it.
There are things that eat gold, but I'm not that big of an asshole yet.
Yet.
He's just gonna have us robbed.
Yes.
That is a possibility, or killed. Either way.
Yeah, he already let me get robbed.
That was kapoo.
And you let it happen.
I'm not going to stop players from interacting with each other.
I'm not saying you should.
We should find
I'm just
brain.
I'm just stating the fact that it did.
Yeah. So, what are you doing, Fact?
So
just kind of following him around still.
yeah, I'm getting let's see, I'm gonna still need to get torches, mess kit, various other things.
Yeah, that's
tinder
one thing
box.
you guys probably should have, mess kits, because otherwise you... Not even that. What's worse is if you have to use a knife and fork, you're using community shit, which are wooden and have teeth marks in them. So you might want to bring your own shit.
Yeah.
So let's just retro say that Fax has been using his mess kit this whole time.
Have you?
Yes.
Does he have one?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, then you're good. But yeah, a mess kit would basically have like your own little plate, fork, knife, spoon, and a mug. So basically the Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. I have
Boy Scout mess kit.
Yeah.
I have a few.
Plate, pan, fork, knife, small cup.
Plasma rifle.
No.
I have the 2087 model.
Gotta hunt them were-rabbits somehow.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron's here.
Oh!
What's up, Aaron?
He laughed at you petting your dice.
Nice here.
He
Also,
laughed.
never used the commu. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, no, I know who that is. What's up, Aaron? How's the secondhand food taste? Hey, let's get back to it.
Yeah, so, yeah, then if he's not doing anything and she's still doing her stuff, then I'm gonna say I just go out and get, mess kit, tinderbox, bundle of torches, coil of rope.
Actually, I want to, while Zoc is doing his shopping,
Yeah.
I want it to be a good time for dialogue between Zoc and Fax.
Floor's all yours. She's copying shit down. Go for it.
So, you think we should go chase that thing that got out of Tim's tower?
I think that is massively above our capability of dealing with.
What about Kapoo? Think we should go find her brain?
From what I remember, that it sounded like it got atomized, I thought.
Did it explode? You hear in your head. Did it explode?
I honestly don't know, Sonic, 'cause I don't know.
Oh, I really hope it exploded.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that, generally, unless I don't think of it, unless it would be something that he would be taken and, taken out of his own head for a second,
No, I'll let
he
you.
would
I'll
be,
let you guys
doing
know.
that in his mind.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know if they actually pulled you into their world.
No, I mean, not in the literal sense, just, that he...
So you're basically going to try and practice
I'm
doing mental telepathy with him, yeah?
No, I'm trying to say that unless he's distracted or shocked, he's not going to respond out loud to the sword.
Fair enough. Yeah, you would actually notice while you've been spending more time with him, as long as you talk to him, he stays relatively calm. You can roll me insight on him, actually.
That is not a lot. 4.
Let me see. I don't know, maybe the passage had some hint of something. Yeah, the passage maybe hinted at what's wrong with him, who knows.
I mean, just as a player, I think it would be within my character's realm of mental capability to put together. He's one lonely son of a bitch.
Sure, you can make that assumption.
Alright.
Yours, on the other hand, has more just been walking beside you, just looking around, observing the city.
So she's pretty content with just existing.
Yeah, she's just walking with you. Of course, neither of you can see that he currently has a goblin sitting on his shoulder, looking around all excitedly, twitching about.
I was about to ask if I also see mine about.
Yeah, neither of you can see each other's, but they're both right next to you guys.
Yeah.
Yours is just sitting on your shoulder, looking excessively close.
Does he feel that
Are we gonna
way?
make this explode?
Does he feel that way in?
Only when he gets really excited.
Okay.
At one point, he's holding onto your arms. He's he has his butt end up onto your shoulder, and he's cat crawling his way onto your arm to look at all the scrap metal. You went, oh, this is all going to explode really nicely.
Ideally not.
Oh, we can make this go boom really big, like this. He starts to twitch. Yeah, okay.
We don't need that problem today.
Your sword's just facing some random direction.
Accidentally shoot somebody.
The person demonstrating. Look how good this prosthetic. Poof. Well, shit.
What? Can the weapons see each other?
You don't know.
I feel like that's a question Fax would have for her.
Yeah.
Anyways, but we were talking.
Yeah. I don't know. Tim didn't. Did Tim say what happened with Kapoo's brain?
I don't know. I think you guys said to him mostly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it was gone out of Kapoo's skull, but
y'all never saw or confirmed the destruction.
Yeah, I think.
Oh yeah, that's gonna come back to bite us. But I'm not gonna go looking for a problem with that.
I wonder what happened to Rin.
Dude, she's probably
cut to a prison. Just somebody getting shanked by Rin.
Dude, she got caught in that lot. She got thrown in a drunk tank, and she's probably still in there for how drunk she was.
True.
She was literally naked.
Yeah, let's leave her where she is, wherever that might be.
Yeah, she stole our shit.
He's your teammate.
She had her pay from one of our jobs, didn't she?
She had all of our pay from that job.
I kind of want to get that back.
Spoke.
At this
acted
point,
like a
we
true-
probably have more than that. So, you know,
Which
you know,
job was that, by the way?
that was the first one.
I don't
Okay.
remember. So what should we do?
Right now, I'm just getting my nice safe. I'm getting my pack back together. Need a pack.
Pack is good.
That used to living as one half of a goblin, like you are with that
Possible.
holy mace or whatever.
He just might, Aaron. He just might. Hey there, I'm gonna try not to get distracted by chat.
Yeah. But yeah, so you came from space. Why?
It was mostly by accident.
Heh.
You hear in the very distant.
That dude would have no idea what I look like.
He has his ways. He has his ways.
Anyway.
I actually do have a plan for him, by the way.
I'm sure you've got a plan for everything.
Not always. Although I'm usually quick to come up with one if I need to.
But basically, the ship I was on was pretty much blown to shit. I jumped in an escape pod to not die and ended up in Tim's tower. And then, you know, the rest of the story from there.
I should also mention this for, I was going to say, for world building, you're thinking of a boat.
I am, yes.
Okay, just making sure. So escape pod makes no sense.
Yeah, that's those are yes words, yes.
Okay.
So
Is where
those are
he's
two
where his
words
brain's
that
at.
don't go together. Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah.
So for me, though,
Pod, beans, what?
Mm-hmm.
but quick question. For facts, what do the ships look like? Do they look like boats in space? Or
Some of them do. Some of them look like they're
Does
giant.
the one he came off of
yes.
look like a boat in space? Then?
I'd say no, based off based off the initial race that had it. No.
Okay.
Yours looks like a giant mollusk shell. So basically, think the old school mollusk with the tentacles and the shell in the back. Basically, that was your ship.
And meanwhile, I'm picturing something out of Treasure Planet.
Yeah, you're thinking of a literal boat with a sail, and then people are jumping into seed things getting shot off into the ocean. What?
That was my thinking. Was boat in space.
Yeah. The RMS named after the guy who wrote Treasure Planet or whatever shit.
Holy fuck, these are mobile.
So yeah, Fact says about escape pods. What was Doc's response?
The fuck?
My response was, boat? What?
Not a boat, a ship, but in space. Because there's no water, there's no air.
There is air actually in D&D space.
Okay.
It's really weird, but
all right. Well, before Fax is trying to talk about
before
this,
Fax is going to opine on this with any
Right,
authority, we must give that
I'll fill you in
authority
a bit.
to him.
Yes.
I'll fill you in a bit. There is air in space, but not a lot. The whole idea of that if you just use a fly spell, you can literally just fly out of the atmosphere quite easily, actually. The only issue is eventually you run out of air because there's about 20 minutes of air surrounding your gravitational pull that you take with you from the planet up into space.
Okay,
so the whole thing with ships is they're propelled by magic, and they hold, due to their massive size, hold a lot more air, which is cycled through its own systems, usually by having the ships be themselves alive.
So something like how NASA filters air in the spaceship, except instead of being vacuum outside, there's pressure, just not a lot of oxygen?
Not so much that there's pressure, it's still, like, if you were to, again, leave the ship, you would take with you your little 20 minutes of air around you. But the only problem is, you don't so much use it up, it just gets replaced with carbon dioxide.
Okay.
So, but as for pressure, Yeah, you don't usually have to worry about that too much.
Okay, so
It's just very much, there was air, and there are sections of space that are cold, and some space sections that are warm, depending on your proximity to different things, which is why you have the boats, which will provide air, usually provide a station to stand on, a flat surface, and occasionally provide different temperature ratings. Right, you've never had melon before.
That's definitely melon.
Yeah, that is.
that's what he said.
That's the best way to describe it. It's definitely melon.
Yeah. So there's no water. There's kind of air, but not really. Like if you go off of a ship and you don't have something to give you air, you can't breathe for too long.
If I didn't see you fall out of the sky, I would not be believing you right now. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, I guess space is kind of weird.
It is. I literally had to read an entire fucking book on it.
But yeah, there's a lot of different kinds of ships. Some of them look like boats, but the one I came off of was not really boat shaped.
And a pod, like pea pod or something?
I don't know why they call it a pod, but just a thing that you go into that shoots you off of a ship to get away from the ship if like it's gonna explode or it's been boarded and you're all gonna die or something. So escape pod because it's a pod type thing.
That's a life raft.
I'm gonna say give me an
Yeah.
intelligence check to see if all this makes sense to you. Because this is far-flung as shit.
I'm getting a 6 on that one. That's just
So air, space,
lack
what?
of air. What?
Yeah, it's lit pods. Why are you in a flower? What? Ah!
So basically, Zoc is as lost with Vax talking about space as Vax is with Zoc talking about magic.
Basically, you're both at a loss for each other's sanity. This is all making perfect to you, but the only difference is you know what how relatively a boat
Yeah,
functions.
like
He has no idea how a boat functions.
Yeah, I can put together like get, escape, boarded, life raft. Okay, I guess. What?
Yeah.
But like lack of air. What?
Wait, air? There's no such thing as there's a space where air doesn't exist. What?
There's a not air.
Yeah.
But then what's in the
Then what's
air?
to you?
There's
Yeah.
other air
What's
that
in
you
the
can't breathe.
I feel like
I'd say
would know about that.
I'd say carbon monoxide wouldn't exactly be a thing that you're fully familiar with.
I would say that
you'd understand
poison gas or something.
Yeah, poison gas. You'd understand poison gas, but you'd also understand holding your head underwater equals death.
Yeah, like.
But you wouldn't understand
an
the
air
two.
without air.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so you're relatively lost.
Yeah. So Fax explains the fact that you can drown in space without water.
Okay, explain it.
So
You're not getting away that easily, kid.
Basically, like
I feel like he should either have to explain it himself or pass a check.
I am leaving that option out there.
So basically,
so you're not going to take that option.
I am actually going to make him do it anyway.
I want to do it.
Well,
if he can word the words without it sounding like it's not within his own intelligence bracket.
I'd say if you can pull it off, I'll lower the check.
That's not. Nah.
The original
if I can pull it off, I can pull it off.
20. The original check was 20. So start talking, kid.
So basically, like if you're in space, if you're not on a ship and you don't have something that makes you able to breathe, it's like being underwater, except you can still kind of drown. It's like there's something in the air that is bad outside of ships that you need something magic to give you air.
You wouldn't even know what carbon monoxide is.
Yeah,
you're not a scientist. You're just a commoner.
Yeah, he was just the ship's entertainment.
Basically.
Yeah, I have no idea what the relative knowledge is, because everybody at this table knows what carbon dioxide is, and none of I'm a sciencey science type, but
The point is,
She's a layman. He's a layman. He's an arts person, not a science person. But he still knows what carbon dioxide is and how it works. And
I
I'd
also had a
say-
healthy enthusiasm for science, if not
I'd say think
actual
medieval
applicationals.
era. I'd say think medieval knowledge. Mind you, people in those times weren't actually as stupid as everyone depicts them to be. They were
Yeah,
actually pretty They were as basically they were like us, only with simpler technologies and simpler knowledge.
It's
yeah,
the-
the peasant dirt farmer in the dirt village was actually a century-long tax evasion scam.
yeah.
So even then they were trying to evade the taxes of the government.
Yeah, but not common knowledge is not common. So
Hold
I
it in
think
for a second.
Things like science and alchemy. What's up?
I'm starting to overheat.
yeah, I'm warm too.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, I'm feeling
Open
it
the
in my
vents!
chest.
I'm starting to feel it in my face.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
did have it at 70 to keep the four of you guys up quicker.
Yeah.
Put it down to 65.
Okay. My house is supposed to be 72, but my room does not get heating.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's the farthest on, so unless we crank it up to 80, I don't get it doesn't even turn my heater on consistently.
That's unfortunate.
Yes.
As soon as I get the plumbing worked out, I'll fucking move you in.
We're like 25
it's
seconds
fine.
out. Your wife says Brian unfortunately didn't evolve past the Middle Ages.
It's true. It's why
Neither did Billy.
It's why I'm going to actually sell her to France to improve our relationships.
Gonna get a new one.
No, I'm just going to improve my relationship with France. We have to take back Jerusalem somehow.
Anyway.
Did that one take away, Brianna?
Oh god, it did a little bit.
Glad. Continue with your explanation of space.
I believe we were up to air, but not that makes you not air.
Yeah. So,
Mind you, you did roll a 6, so the DC is going to still be relatively. But you can lower it, so continue. Depending on what points you hit.
Keep talking.
So if you're outside of it, if you don't have something to give you air, it's like you're underwater, but you don't have that heavy, like water and wet feeling. You can't breathe. And if you're off of a ship, you're kind of just floating around unless you have something to make you move. Like it's not even like floating on water. You're just not being. You're just. It's hard to explain. Nothing's holding you to
the
a
DC
ground.
was going down, and then it's hard to explain. Crank's a little back up.
But it's
Don't admit to these things, jackass.
it's like nothing's holding you
Any
to the.
hesitation is being counted. Continue,
It's not like anything's holding you to the ground unless you're on a ship. So you can't like walk. You can't even swim because it's just air.
Time out.
Yeah.
Planets. Knowledge. Yes. No.
No.
Him?
You know that you exist on a plane of existence. Like you guys are vaguely aware that the planet is rounded. Like if you sail from one land to the other. I actually don't have it up right now, though. At that point,
yeah.
If you sail from one side to the other, you will go around, so you're aware that is a thing.
Oh, so you're doing the all the continents are visible thing in a single band. That always bugged me with Avatar. I really did presume that there was more planet on the other side of the planet.
Well, mind you, you guys have only been exploring this tiny little section, so I have
Yeah.
to scale relatively.
Yeah, I'm not saying that as a character. I'm just, it reminded me of another thing that bugged me, and that's primarily what bugs me.
I'd say this is the known. This is what's
Yeah.
known so far. So
that also is a good thing.
which is why if you look on the left side of the map, actually, if I pull that up because this was just for map purposes, I was being in a random counter.
Your wife wants you to die.
Yeah, she always does. More importantly, I want to.
No.
Like, if you sailed over this way, there's a reason why there's so few things out here, because not a lot of it was explored, because this was where all the fighting was happening.
Yeah.
Also, look, they both have names now.
Yeah. Would we know the name of the one we're on?
Yes.
Okay.
you'd at least have like an like you both like you at least would because you lived in this area. Sophia probably would too because I'm gonna say she came up more north area. Up there, where she was from.
Far travel.
Nah, a simple boat ride along the coast.
Yeah, that's a good question to ask then. What's the top to bottom distance on that crow flies? 100 miles, 1,000, 8.
I haven't fully worked out scale, but it's like a few weeks travel.
On foot?
By crow.
By crow, okay. So a few months on foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like if you wanted to, a few weeks by boat with good wind in the current with you.
All right.
So I still have to work out all the mileage and stuff, but
So,
everything is relatively to scale.
And about 3 times that across. All right. Yeah, I can wrap my skull around that.
And that's the idea of it.
Yeah.
And that's why we have maps. Yay! Thank you, Roll for Fantasy. I don't care. I don't care if they don't pay me. It's good supplies.
Anyway, back to boats.
So if
boats in space, not breathing water, what?
if you're not on a ship, you can't.
You've said that like 6 times. Move the fuck forward.
I'm trying to get on a roll and they keep getting interrupted. So if you get close to a planet, then you'll fall close to the planet. That's how I ended up here because my escape pod fell into the.
And this is why I asked that. What the fuck is what's a planet?
Basically, like all of the things you can see around here are on a planet.
And that is a.
It's a big ball of rock and stuff and things that's different from other big balls of rock and stuff and things that have different countries and continents on them.
Alright, so that's the word for the area for the rock this way. Okay.
Yeah. So this big rock we're on and all the continents that are on this rock are one planet. I don't know what this planet. Does Fax know what the planet's called?
Probably not.
I don't know what your
It's
planet's.
some backwater fucking rock that you didn't think was really too inhabitable.
I don't know what your planet's called, but if you get near a planet, it'll make you fall to it, so then you can stand on it. And that's why you have the escape pods to land on a planet. Some ships can land on planets. There's other ways to get to the surface, but yeah, there's a lot of planets.
Yeah,
your brain is slowly stalling, by the way.
Yeah,
wait, what?
Yeah, like just at that last bit was just like I could hear stuttering and popping.
It's okay. I get. Wait, what? What? So you ready for that check?
Are you okay?
All right. DC is 25.
What am I checking?
I'm gonna say intelligence to explain it. DC 25.
Or couldn't he also go charisma for that?
It was more science based, but
eloquence and such.
Yeah. So 25 is what you have to beat.
I'm
guessing not 25.
Well, that's not gonna. I mean, I only get a +1 on intelligence.
So what'd you roll?
So I got a 6, but I couldn't beat that if I got a nat 20.
I mean, I've got a +5 to intelligence.
We'll see if you can make up for this.
Yeah, so
Zoc.
you could get a 25
Zoc.
if you got a nat 20.
Zoc, let's see if you can at least try to piece some of what he was saying together.
What do I roll?
Intelligence.
I also roll a 6, so that pulls me up to 11.
It's kind of the blind leading the blind here.
I got that sense.
He's very much trying to explain something that he doesn't fully comprehend, and you're desperately trying to get whatever you can get out of it, but he keeps losing you at different sections.
I'm reminded very much of high school geometry class.
Basically.
Yeah, just like I can feel the neurons straining, screaming along, trying to get there, and it's so close, but it's not.
Like the air thing makes sense. The air thing, you're able wrap your
poison
head.
gas or something.
You're able to kind of wrap your head around that, but that was hard enough. And then he started going on about ships, and you're like, wait, they still haven't explained boats. And
Yeah.
wait, I'm on
The
a
bloat-
rock? What do you mean
the
I'm on a rock?
bloat's
This
with-
isn't a rock, this is a rock. And it's all just all over the place. It's just not clicking, unfortunately. But you do understand that you do need air to breathe, and that poison gas is bad.
Yeah, I'm just. Zach's just standing there, like, very visibly fucking short circuiting at.
Is there a crowd of
Um,
confused people around too?
You feel.
I feel like we've been
slowly...
just walking as he says this, as I like start to twitch or something.
Yeah, no, you just out of the corner of your eye, you do see your goblin friend just sitting there going. He's got an abacus, so he's trying to like add it up. No error, yes error. Does this make sense to you? Just hold it up to your face, an abacus.
Yeah, like this would be one of those
It's still in your
situations
head,
where
yeah,
I am not going to speak out loud because I'm that much out of my fucking skull.
You're both just looking at the abacus like, if this is rock, right? Rocks are small though. Rocks aren't big, but
Yeah,
not this big.
mountains get big, but
Are mountains all one rock or many rock?
you know what? That's a fucking philosophical question, isn't it, Sonics? I don't know.
The answer is yes.
He's not doing too good. But he fucking doesn't explode and holds himself together with a natural fucking 20. So he doesn't immediately shoot somebody.
Well, I mean, I've
Or
got him
kill
across
himself.
my back with
So
the
it would just
crossbar
shoot
down, so it would have... No, it would have shot either the ground or my hat off. Or the back of my hat. Over the shoulder.
Well, I mean, if it is, you're holding it, like, you said it was on a... Yeah, so then that way it would shoot off to the side then.
I was imagining, and like, yeah.
Oh, I thought you wanted to come out the handle.
Yeah, I went back and forth with that, and
way.
now I've gotten the thing.
Alright.
Yeah, so it would either be like that or
Yeah, which is why I
up
was
the
like,
back
oh,
of the
you
hat.
basically hold it and, like, brace yourself with the back end of the blade, too. Make sure you don't fucking punch yourself in the face with the force.
Yeah, I actually came to a similar conclusion, but about like that.
More or less.
Yeah.
Again, the design of the blade is completely up to you.
Yeah, I was thinking like one of those.
Like
something.
it could be machete with a hardened back, or you could have it more tapered on both. It could be a double-ended sword. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have something you can brace on, that would probably be best.
Yeah.
Because that would give a cocking motion if it was like anywhere in here. So you would end up with a blade in your face if you weren't bracing it.
Ah, fuck!
You hold up your you slice your head in half shooting somebody. That would not be a good weapon.
Yeah.
I'd say because the thing is, if you had it in the end of the blade as well, then you could potentially stab yourself from the force.
Yeah.
Almost.
Anyway, so Zod almost doesn't. He doesn't explode.
My brain
this,
almost melts and leaks out my ears.
Yeah, and your blade almost freaking exploded trying to help you figure it out.
What is?
Yeah, so he just I'm just gonna say that was like just intermittently throughout, like just me turning to like my imaginary friend and just like
he's holding up an abacus and he's picking up the box and looking at it like what no what. And he puts the abacus on top of that.
What is Mace Lady's reaction to the explanation?
She's not paying attention.
Oh, so she's in her own
Technically,
world.
she's kind of celestial, so some of it makes sense to her, but like the whole ship thing, she just kind of goes. Oh.
Yeah, so that's how people who aren't built for it get there.
It's like so that's how you lessers get here. It's like whoa, wait this. Fuck.
So is she from space?
You don't know.
That's a question for her, not him.
You're asking me questions that I can't tell you. I'd love to tell you, but I can't because you're not asking.
You're not asking the right.
Fax is gonna turn to the Mace Lady and say, "Are you from space?"
No. I was an Azimuth.
Azimuth?
Right. Letters.
I thought you said I was an Asimov, as in the book.
Yeah, Azamar. We are part celestial, part mortal. We are what happens when a god decides to reproduce with a human. Or usually some lineage for some cases. Mine was the lineage. So at one point in our pasts, a relative of mine decided to get it on with a god.
I love that phrasing. That does not seem to be a character.
I think it's interesting. I think it's most interesting if that is in character, because that's adding layers. That's adding
Is
characterization.
that what she's actually saying? Literally?
She is actually trying to adapt to your colloquialisms, so yes.
Okay.
There are going to be, like, as you've talked with her just casually, she does get her metaphors wrong still, so she still has a problem with that.
It's like Starfire from the Teen Titans.
This is very much like the pot calling the kettle black. I just lit a candle! What are you talking about? Yes, and the darkness was black. Is that not right?
It means hypocrisy!
Fax, the one who doesn't get all the things, trying to explain all the things.
Basically, like,
It's
literally just a line leading blind here.
This could be a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, we could upload the audio, but I don't feel like going with that.
No, this would be a separate thing. This would be Fax having a
Fax
call-in hotline.
Yeah.
Trying to explain shit.
Yeah. Have the idiot explain things. I mean, first, So yeah, he nearly craps himself trying to explain this, and my brain is in a puddle.
Almost goes off too.
And my brain is almost a puddle at my feet. So
I find it.
Your sword basically just starts slamming his head against his abacus, trying to make sense of it.
Yeah, I'm just like put my hand where his head would be, like just.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. We got this.
Please
Head
don't. No, just like please don't. Please.
I find it funny that Zoc like almost dies from not understanding it versus Fax when Zoc is just explaining stuff is kind of like.
I mean, you nearly shot your brain out with just opening Tim's book on the matter.
No.
Regardless,
that's the book trying to kill Fax. I'm talking about Fax just kind of glazes over.
Let's keep things going, because otherwise you guys are just standing in the middle of the street, just sitting there.
Yeah, so, okay, now what do we do now that Fax has blown Zoc's mind?
And you still don't understand the concept of freaking anything. But yes, you have your supplies. You got a little bit confused, so.
Yeah, I'm just standing there with this with like this look on my face, like.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I'm
rock. Air, yes.
I picked up a lot of fucking knowledge at the towers, and this is well beyond what I've beyond my knowledge base.
Huh.
I was gonna say, yeah, you didn't research any of this.
Like I think I'm being hit on two levels here, man. I think there's this being beyond me, and the fact that it's beyond me is like hitting me up as well.
Do you have the thing that you can shift in different ways?
We can see if Tim has some books on space.
That might help, especially if they have like pictures or something. I don't. Let's go back to the tower.
Freaking going back.
You're supposed to put them in mugs, Brian.
Also, didn't you say we'll order food in half an hour, like an hour ago?
We're gonna order it. No, I did that about 6 minutes ago.
I
do think that we should
How
probably.
long have we been?
I don't know.
We have actually been out for an hour and a half.
Yeah, and you said that at the start.
Yeah, I was gonna say in 4 minutes we should take a break, call it in, and then pick it up and then go right to it. So that'll give us 15 minutes to eat. So we got 4 more minutes of YouTube bullshitting.
Like, do you need to lock the door behind us?
I don't know.
Okay,
I mean, one of us is going to be here, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, if you have to run up to start the other game, we haven't finished eating, we can finish eating and run away.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's up to you guys. Because I only have to be doing it by, at the most I can be here until 5.
Okay. But it's not like you have to run out the door, lock the door.
No, dude, it's upstairs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you guys can just chill, fucking jump on the stream if you're fucking 100 or fuck.
Let's do that.
And yeah.
Yeah, with special guests, the Greek choir, also known as Stadler and Waldorf.
Good night.
Yeah, so we're going back to the tower as
Okay,
I try to
Gimli.
pick up the shattered remains of my fragile
Your
psyche.
brain matter.
To find a space book.
Basically. So you guys just go straight to the tower for the information?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Search around locally.
I mean, I wouldn't presume anyone except maybe Granny to have it, and I'm not looking to deal with a hag anymore.
As you pass by.
Yeah,
Hi,
tower
Granny. What?
You see a hand pick out of a stall that isn't hers. And it just slinks back into the shadows. The person doesn't even seem to be aware. They're kind of just spaced out and just selling their wares.
That's what?
Fax is not really phased by Granny, though.
Oh, you're a funny old lady.
Yeah. That's mostly how Fax is about it.
Alright, so you guys head back to the tower?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright then. Alright, so you guys head back to the tower. What are you up to?
I'm still hunting.
Okay, what are you going to go hunt for? So I'm going to say we're going to be having like a freaking 20-minute break soon, so you can deal with that later.
Okay. Fix. I gotta fix the things.
Yeah, I'm going to say give yourself... Okay. Back. Okay, no, fine. Books are meant to be used.
So basically I'm just hunting for any type of animals.
Anywhere specifically? North, south, east, west, because we have tattoos on our chest,
North.
except for Larry.
North.
Thank you.
So, I think I'm gonna go north.
It's a Fairly Odd Parents reference.
Do you head into the local woods? That are
Jason
nearby?
and the
Yes.
Argonauts from the
Okay,
the book
so
report special.
you head
Jason
off
and the
into these
Pussycats.
or do you head off into the woods that are
I
just
haven't
off
seen
street?
Fairly Odd Parents in a while.
Oh,
Did you just fart?
That's
I'm
rude.
sorry.
No, it was funny.
We're dudes.
That's, oh my god.
We're dudes. We
I'm
give a
just,
shit.
it was unexpected is all.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's the whole
God.
kind of. Either way, we're going to get seriously
Yeah.
stuck on fart jokes for the next
Oh,
2 minutes.
God.
What the hell? Well,
Thanks,
Brianna-
Billy.
Well, while Brianna loses her mind of being embarrassed.
Oh god.
Again.
So, north. So I'm going north.
So do you want to head to the northern woods, or do you want to head to the ones that are immediately right next to the city?
Next to the city.
Okay, cool. So in that case, we're gonna take a break there because I have something I have to prepare.
Oh,
Thanks,
God.
Brianna.
Ha ha!
All right.
Ha! Hexwoods.
Oh, God.
Ha ha! The fun has been doubled.
Anyway, let's get some food.
Hexwoods.
I
That
don't
sounds
wanna die.
familiar.
Probably.
I don't want to die.
You were on the street. You were in
You're
the stream.
gonna
You know what the
die.
Hexwoods is. Locked
Oh.
under.
Congratulations.
Wait a minute.
It's exactly what you think it is.
I mean, it sounds like it is.
Wait a minute. What is?
I don't know. I was on that stream for maybe 10 minutes in total. I had it on in the background, and honestly, something about their YouTube upload made it incredibly quiet.
Oh god, Hexwoods. Fuck, I put myself in a bad position.
Without what?
Pepperoni, obviously.
I guess.
Yeah, I like that idea. Do that.
I'm mostly gonna eat cheese. I like cheese.
I'm mostly gonna eat pepperoni.
There's usually enough. I'll probably have like 2 pieces at most.
We are having pudding pie too.
Yep. Yep, which is why probably 2 pieces at most. Because the absolute most I can usually eat for pizza is like 4 slices. Unless it's a very small pizza.
Hi, Bill.
Yeah.
I got you a present. I don't know if you want me to show on screen or not.
Yeah,
No. I know you're kind of worried about that type of shit. It works for people.
Oh gosh.
You sure?
That's no.
Just saying if you need it, sir.
Nah.
Also, I didn't buy it for you. I just found it in my house.
That makes me feel better.
You're welcome.
He wasn't thinking of you at all.
I did see it. I was like, I don't use this. Nobody in my house uses this.
I mean, nobody
Bill
in your
might use-
house besides you, so.
Fair point.
Seems like a redundant line of reasoning to go
Also,
down.
I had a female roommate at one point, and she didn't use it either. Mainly because anytime she'd go out, I was with her. And apparently she thought that was a good idea. I'm like, no, I'm running away from a fight. I'm not fighting your battles. I don't want to fight my own battles. Why would I fight yours? I don't want to. I don't want to.
If I'm gonna fight a battle, I'm gonna do it the fun way.
Exactly. But yeah, we are going to be on break. So if you want to do anything with the camera, you can. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we can just leave it. It's easier. Oops, sorry.
Damn it, Bill!
Hmm.
Let's clear up this table because we're gonna be heading to this here.
Yes, that's a good idea to do with our time. So what? 15 minutes for them to do the thing?
I think it's 15.
Julie, do the thing.
Oh gosh. I gotta fix it. I think I mixed it. I'm so confused now.
Trash.
I don't even
Yes.
know what I just wrote.
You
Like we got the front.
you didn't catch the Cora reference?
Which one?
Julie, do the thing.
Ah.
Come on, man. Maybe there's a voice.
I didn't watch Legend of Korra.
Oh my.
Really are degenerate.
I never finished Airbender.
Damn.
Ow! Fuck. You knew me.
I mean,
Welcome back, person.
organ harvesting is a thing.
Huh?
Is Aaron? Is Aaron back in the chat? Hi,
Yes.
Aaron.
Hello.
He's one of my newer players. Be nice to him.
Woo. Hey, we're some of his newer players too.
Woo! I mean, he's literally like, actually, he's been playing for I think a year. No, no talking
Where
boy.
is that?
So, Aaron, tell us about
Oh,
yourself.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I don't know. Hey, Brian, did you see the new Joe Cat?
Kill me. Although it is the official. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, mugs. Okay. It's like, what the fuck are you doing in my kitchen?
I'm gonna watch that.
Wise man once said magic is dumb and stupid and makes no sense, and I trust that man. He wields a sword and a shield, so why use magic when you can use big brain energy and the power of science? And I know how much nerds love science, so much that they won't shut up about it and one day start making weird
What?
advances towards their Texas instrumentalism. We all have our urges, but seriously, get a server room. Welcome to a crap guide to D&D.
I don't want about it. I really don't want to talk about it. Joe Cat, we love you.
Time we got another intelligence caster. The stat is about as commonly used for spellcasting as your bedroom is used for sexy times. The artificer is an inventor who decided traditional magical means by
Ad.
accomplished wizards and
No, I was pausing it to read all the things.
Texts.
scholars are too mainstream and decided to come up with their own magic spells and items after reading 2 articles by angry moms from Baldur's Gate who discovered casting real spells can actually give you genital flumps. Checkmate, sorcerers. Instead of that, you can tinker with items to imbue them with special properties, like turning it into a flashlight, turning it into a scented candle, or turning it into a phone that can only record and play vines. The best part is that once you give the item the properties, it lasts forever, so go have fun enjoying your 7 seconds of fame before the server shuts down and you become a struggling vlogger. And speaking of messing with the natural properties of items, as you level up, you gain infusions, which allow you to turn that sex toy you hide in the dresser from a basic vibrator to a vibrator. Infusions include, but are not limited to, boring stat increase, Thor's hammer, item dupe glitch, and go gadget blink-a-boots. This is all due to your massive IQ rating of 20 billion, which is so high you can add your intelligence modifier to any of you or your ally party members' dice rolls and become the ultimate backseat gamer telling them about the bad guy's weak spots because there's no way their simple minds could have figured it out on their own. And if that doesn't work out, you can use one of the 50 magical items you made yourself and refuse to part with, like someone on an episode of Hoarders, or pull a fast one and throw the magical vibrator that you secretly stored a charge of fireball in. Being the new class that it is, the Artificer only has 3 subclasses so far, and no, I'm not going to cover the new ones that come out. Stop asking, I just want to go on vacation with my sword and shield already. The Alchemist is like a drunk doctor and gains a few healing spells, can buff allies with the power of drinking and gambling, and can help you grow closer bonds with your pets. If you want a big fuck-off gun, the Artillerist can create...
I'll give you one guess as to what he used for as an image for grow closer with their pets.
Porn.
No, Nina.
Oh no.
Fuck
Fuck him.
You're talking about me about fucking careful with the level thing. Yeah.
Eldritch cannon that can either fire 30 different kinds of artillery or just sit there contributing nothing while you marvel at your amazing craftsmanship, because keeping track of more than one thing on the board is hard. Isn't that right, Dungeon Master? And lastly, the Battlesmith, where you decide to stop being a puss baby and join the fight with a mystery-solving robo-dog sidekick. Ranger. Overall, the Artificer loves making, finding, and using loads and loads of magical item, which means you'll probably forget about half of your inventions because players can't be trusted to even remember the items they started with at the beginning of the campaign. Just make sure to keep them under good security so the rogue doesn't steal them all while you long rest and suddenly you wake up to the sound of Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture. Now you know how to play Artificer. You're welcome.
Who's gonna be the artificer?
I mean,
The technology isn't there yet, at least in this city. So if you
Frankly,
were
Zoc
going
is
if you were going to be an artificer, you wouldn't be on the mainland.
frankly, Zoc's halfway there between tinkering and having that, having the malice to try and make that infused dart.
When did I call them? How long was that video?
2 minutes.
I think it's been like 5.
Yeah.
Alright, if somebody wants to walk there, they can. Who has money?
I have the cash.
Yeah, Billy was giving the cash.
So it's up to you. Billy, you want to go by yourself or you want John to go with it?
I
I don't
guess I
have
can.
shoes on, so.
Unless John wants to go, I'm cool.
I just want to sit here. I'm tired.
Alright, well, John, get up and go. Fucking
Alright.
walk then.
No snacks for
Aaron
y'all.
asks.
I'm okay with snacks coming in.
Well, nobody's coming with me, so nobody's getting snacks from the cash I have on me.
I don't have any cash. But before you go,
What's up, bitch?
Aaron asks, "Hey Brian, does Tim plan to kill anyone tonight, bro? LOL."
Possibly. We'll see how the night takes us.
Your wife says himself.
Possibly. Depending on how the night takes us.
God.
Comedy! I know how to do it.
You guys grab me a root beer?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, thank you. Alright, now's the time to ask questions without Billy and Tim.
What?
I'm telling the chat they can ask us questions.
What was that?
What? Who are you? Why are you in my house? I cast confusion!
I mean, that's what you basically did on him already.
She's already
Yeah,
confused.
seriously. I know.
Okay.
I was like, on top of like this guy is
So
like there's
confused now.
just too big of a
My confusion spell worked!
Oh, wait
It
a
was
minute.
super effective. It was too effective. Wake up!
Okay.
Stop it, it's confusion. John, wake up, please.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain this to everybody.
It's like,
Let me figure out this.
Dun dun dun.
I do have a thing for
I feel like I just mixed it. I feel like I just wrote different races in one. Okay.
Brianna is incredibly confused right now, and I don't know if I should try and help or if I should just enjoy watching this.
Ass.
Hey! I don't know if I can help anyway.
Oh god.
I have no idea what you're doing.
I'm choosing a different race, like a different shifter, so that's pretty much what's happening here. And I think I put some of the switch stride into another, so I need to figure out. Oh my god, my legs. This is what I hate.
We all need new legs.
Yes, if I only had robotic legs. This would help
Working
so much.
on it.
I wish you'd work faster, because I kind of need them. And
Are you okay with not being able to feel your legs if I replace them?
well, I mean, I will have a freak out for a minute, and then I'll get over it. I'll cry for like 2 days, and then, yeah, it'll be alright.
God.
I'll be fine. I will be able to go on. And then I'll be like, yeah, you have new legs.
Are you okay with surgery without anesthetics?
No,
Okay, that might be a problem.
I want you to knock me out.
I have a frying pan.
As long as I don't feel anything,
Just a little tunk on the head.
I can deal with that later. So I'm trying to figure out which shifter to choose. Because I looked at Wild Hunt, and that's basically a dog. And then there's Longtooth. Because I want something that's strength based. The Wild Hunt isn't strength based. I mean, it says they're good hunters. They're very good at hunting. But then, because they're always alert, so I think that would fit, and that's what I have down now. Or it's the Longtooth, which are very fierce and aggressive, and that would normally be tied to a tiger, a hyena, no thank you, and something else.
Can you shift into a potato?
I cannot do that. I have not learned that trick yet. I've been trying to master it, but it doesn't work.
Sophia the potato!
Yes, in all my glory.
Oh, your starchy glory.
Just don't eat me. So,
There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm too tired to go for it.
good out. I'm trying to think, because I looked at Wild Hunt. Oh no. I need something that's more strength based, but I like the fact that Wild Hunt, they're good hunters. That's the pro. The con is they're not exactly the best when it comes to strength. So it's more like, I mean, you can make them more aggressive, but I don't know how aggressive a dog is against like something really strong.
It depends. I mean, strength isn't everything. If you also have high intelligence.
And that's one thing they have, is they're extremely intelligent. So others, and there's the long tooth shifters are fierce and aggressive, but they form deep bonds with their friends. Huh. So now,
Big question is like uh, how far from normal is the mind of the person shifting?
how far from normal?
Yeah, because like if I mean like, do you become a wild dog or do you still retain your normal intelligence?
Um, as a wild dog, you gain like you have advantage on wisdom checks. Um, your wisdom score increases by 2 and your dexterity increases by 1.
Because if you're not becoming a wild dog, then you can still think like more tactically, like a person would. So um, you can make up for um, lack of strength that way.
Possibly. Because it does say that they're insightful and sharp. And they usually become spiritual leaders. Don't know about that, so. Because I'm really looking at Longtooth. Longtooth is fierce and aggressive. Many have Longtooth as. Many Longtooth shifters have canine traits that become more pronounced as they shift, but they might instead draw on tigers, hyenas, and other predators. Ability score, your strength score increases by 2, So my strength score is already a 2.
Mhm.
Would you add that? But this is like a different. You look tired.
Yeah.
Like really tired.
I'm so tired. I was up to 1 and it's up till 6, and then I got up and I've been going ever since.
Oh wow.
I didn't get the nap I was hoping I would get.
So let me see.
Does anyone have suggestions on what Rihanna should do with Sophia? Or is she doomed? Oh, she's probably doomed. She's probably gonna die in the Hex Forest anyway.
You know something about this.
Nope.
Oh yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't know anything. I haven't heard the name Hex Forest before this, but it doesn't sound good. So, rule number 1: don't go alone unless you have no choice and you're probably gonna die anyway.
Okay, well,
Aaron suggests going Longtooth.
that's what I'm thinking because I feel like that would be more convenient. Damn. Okay.
Brian's wife says, be Razorclaw like Fluffy IDK. Is that an option?
Oh, razor claw. That's no. Actually, it's like beast hide, long tooth, swifter stride, which is feline. Wild hunt is like dog, and beast hide would have to do something with like a bear or a boar. Long tooth is like it's like a mix of, I guess, beast hide and it's like a mixture. So long tooth is like tigers, hyenas, and other predators. So pretty much it feels like with that one you have to use your imagination a little bit. But I feel like long tooth would suit me better.
Do it.
Oh, I just wrote all this.
Brian's wifey said, our second campaign had us walk in the thick of it, in reference to the Hexwoods. And Aaron said, at least you didn't tumble out of the Hexwoods with your hand down your pants.
Oh my.
It's apparently how Brian introduced his character.
Oh my shit. Yep, long tooth it is. Fuck that. So, yeah, long tooth it is. Mm.
Yeah, it was so fucking quiet. I could barely hear you guys. I had to crank Warframe every slider down to 26 just to hear you.
But how's
Over
it sound
bass
now?
sound.
Well, that
I don't
sounds
know.
great.
That was on my phone.
Pizza, pizza.
We were talking about with my streams where the where I don't
Red
have
W!
Yeah, they're basic. If I was reading the situation right, you were basically recording the output of the Discord chat on your computer's mic or something.
I don't know. I gotta figure out why it's doing that, but
No, but like, is that the mechanism by which it's recorded?
I'm not the tech guy, unfortunately. I'm not a huge computer guy. I know what my limitations on a computer.
Houses.
Oh, Chuck, I'm gonna have you look at that shit after we're done.
Okay.
Yeah, check that
So I want to
recording
fucking
because that was
improve
nuts,
that
man.
shit.
That was stupid.
Because
They sounded about this loud even at the maximum volume.
yeah, but luckily the good news is, actually this is the perfect day to do it actually because I'm literally going to be doing a game as soon as we're done here.
Barbacoa sauce.
Barbacoa.
Here,
DIY barbecue
I haven't
pizza.
opened one, so
Oh, okay.
I was getting that.
Pizza is good, Aaron.
and it is not something
Forgot.
that you
See?
get to have.
Already open.
But yeah, Aaron, Brian says shut the fuck up about the Hexwoods, or else that's not going to be the only thing down your pants.
Oof!
It's true! Because
Oof!
you never found what was down your pants.
Oh my.
I mean, aside from freaking Aquin. He was down your pants.
Heyo.
Your wifey says no one can hear me talk anyway.
Nobody wants to hear you talk.
Turn
about
up your volume, woman.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
that.
think that's how that works.
Yeah, you got to go check that stream because that was just a big man. It's just nuts. And then I joined the chat, and the first thing that happens is someone immediately starts criticizing my microphone. When I'm pretty sure, from what I heard of my own damn self off of the stream, it wasn't. It was probably his audio output.
Also, the funny thing is, I can hear, like, I'm able to, like, hear all of you guys perfectly fine on the stream. It's apparently the recording that's having an issue, so we have to look at that.
Derp, 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 derp.
But no, Cyberpunk. I might be actually starting a game soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to make an IRL thing, or what, or when.
Or both.
Probably both, honestly.
Fits
Annoying.
the theme, doesn't it?
Yeah. But no,
Jackie and
all
y'all.
the books. All the books are on there.
Yeetus.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's move the thing there. I'm going to flip this over there. Brianna, finish your
Eat us the
freaking
pizzas.
Plates.
freaking,
Plates are good.
hot chocolate.
I mean, you've got
Very
enough
good.
laptops,
Finish
so
your
we
hot
could probably all
chocolate if you
eat off of one anyway if we had to.
It does
What, you
take
have
a
5 of them. You can't tell me all of them are the ones that you use, aren't the junk one that just sits around.
I'm using 2 of them. One's my work and one's my MacBook Pro that I'm not using right now, but I do use it.
Why do you have so many?
Because science.
That's not an answer anymore.
You're science.
I am a science. What are you
Not
doing?
really, though. I'm gonna make you immortal. That's what I'm gonna do.
Bitch.
Can't threaten to kill him. Threaten to keep him alive.
Yep. That's what they did in Ruby. Oh
You
yeah,
bitch.
spoilers.
I need to watch. I need to actually watch.
Yeah, spoilers. That's what. That's why the villainess is how she is.
She's immortal?
Cursed by the gods.
Fun.
Also, humanity got Armageddoned already once because of her ass. No, literally, she fucked with the gods trying to get her, one true love back
Oh
alive.
no, my 1-2 wife! Because, emotions don't fucking heal.
Yeah, she does not have proportionality. They tried killing her. They tried wiping, and then that didn't work very
need
well.
to learn how to fish drink.
Yeah. The god of light made her immortal, and then the god of darkness wiped out her army.
Well,
So she gathered a new army,
as one does.
saying she fooled the gods, and then the god of light fucked off, and the god of darkness killed everything on the face of the earth.
Your wife said she's gonna kill herself.
Okay, have fun.
No comment.
Just so you know, 3 months after I'm remarrying. She's not gonna do it.
Anybody else want barbecue sauce?
That do anything for you, Aaron?
He's seeing you sit down right about now.
Okay.
I replay, I'm sorry.
Yes, you did, Brian. I'm very disappointed in you.
Oof. Worst host.
It's alright.
To be fair, I think that was supposed to be a plate, but I ended up using because I was like, oh, cool, food.
I ripped my pizza and it turned into a tiny pizza.
There you go.
Lucky.
Aaron said Ruby is kind of lame. JS. Wife says worse than lame. Fine, I'm not playing after this. Aaron says, Ryan, push up your glasses. You look like a old granny.
I pushed them up twice.
I'm surprised you didn't react to the word granny.
I don't know that.
That's what he meant. Ryan's all out of granny juice.
Yeah, he seems to be on his running out of supply.
No, I just don't feel like screaming with food in my mouth.
Well, that's not a scream. A scream is when you're, when you're buzzing out the microphone.
And I don't feel like doing that because I'm trying to improve quality.
When we have our setup figured out, well, we've got some budget, we can get audio equipment to prevent that from happening.
I mean, I'm going to be getting at least one Blue Yeti.
And in the meantime, we can, I mean, sneezes we can't help, but
The screening.
the screaming, John.
Why do you think I put the curtains over towards him?
I'm gonna kill you.
That's factual, man. You are the loudest. At least on normal. Do I need to remind you of there is only Bush?
That was very loud.
I want a chance to revisit that.
Oh, you will.
While it's recording.
We made John roleplay a psychotic break.
It's good to have experience to draw on for that.
It does. It does, man. It does.
What?
What?
Fuck, Bianca.
There you go.
You don't know. You don't want to know what's in the chat.
No, that's not what I'm looking.
Bet Hakuchi has needle teeth.
In reference to Granny. From his wife.
What?
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 Checking where we were up to at the chat.
Are we all playing already?
No, I wanted pepperoni.
Oh, yeah.
Apron.
We still have about half the plane left.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Your wife says, "Excuse me."
Yeah, true.
There is no excuse for you.
Agreed.
Honestly, you guys, fuck the camaraderie. This pizza is what y'all are missing by not being an IRL group.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza's good.
Speaking of your best miss list.
Pepperoni or cheese?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Meat. We have the meats.
Pouring barbecue sauce on it is almost as good as just getting barbecue sauce pizza.
I don't.
I mean, it
barbecue
is
sauce pizza.
sweet.
If
It
you
is
like
the
barbecue
sweet
sauce
sour.
pizza. Aaron says, "What in the butt?"
Uh-huh.
No thanks. I'd rather not. I like to keep I like to keep the little gnome clean.
Did everyone have at least one or two?
I have one.
This is my third.
Fucking Christ. So I'm gonna say, after these, we should probably get back to it. Because you guys will have time afterwards, but I don't.
Well, I would say that me and him can still keep going, but she needs to.
Yeah, because she's gotta die and whatever.
What do you have planned? So I don't have to rely on Tweedledee and Tweedle Dumbass. What do you have planned?
I'm pretty much going into this
Tweedle dumbass.
hunting.
Oh.
I think you're both.
I thought they meant IRL.
No.
Well, I have to drive them home.
Yeah, we're all leaving as one. It's just, she's the one who has, game stuff about to happen.
Yeah, because she was about to go into the Hexwoods, so.
Oh, I thought you guys meant like with our IRL.
No, we're talking about her in
like
game.
the next 90 seconds.
Can you open the cheese again?
Yep.
Oh, man!
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bill.
Oh, it's only on the back of the pizza of the laptop, so
Yeah. I'll wipe it off. It'll be fine.
yeah.
That's one I'm not as worried about.
See, I told you.
But that doesn't mean we could use it as a plate.
I mean, just did.
Where are the Lysol wipes?
Somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Feet.
Probably that after.
So you guys don't freaking dirt my new books.
Good idea. Good idea.
Make sure that's not on the fan for the laptop, please.
Nah.
Holy crap, this thing's done before the Best Buy date.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. I fucking use shit.
Shaky shake. I've known people that they'll have a ramen egg and then they'll just play with the bottle for hours after they finish it. And then there's Billy.
Fuck it.
Are you guys ready?
That's a question for her. I'm good.
I was just to make sure you wash your hands before you touch any of the books. That's all I
Alright.
request.
Yes, I'm putting barbecue sauce on my pizza because I like barbecue sauce, okay?
Chat, give me shit.
Hey, at least we have a chat this time.
Yeah. It's not just me talking into the void. Yeah.
But no, apparently YouTube actually does measure engagement. Don't put barbecue sauce on your pizza, you tard, or I will fucking end you.
I would like to see you try.
I'm assuming that's your wife to you.
No, to you.
Well,
This bitch knows I do what the fuck I want.
Yeah. Yeah, A, what business is it of yours what his pizza preference is? B, plasma cannon defense net.
yeah.
Try it.
Minimally, it's little turret guns that'll shoot needles at you.
Aw, buddy Ray. Bye, Ray. We miss you.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'll do what I want. Who the fuck is Prison?
I don't know.
Good question. Maybe that's her other boyfriend she keeps talking about.
Yeah, apparently because she doesn't like me so far.
Oh no, it's to you.
Hey, that means I'm single.
Barbecue with turkey. Yeah, that gotta go well, right? I haven't tried it. I've had like hickory smoked turkey, like barbecue turkey, but I don't think I've ever had turkey with barbecue sauce.
The bigger question is not how these tastes go together, but how all these taste additionally combined with tomato and cheese.
Jingle posting.
Sweet Baby Ray's is good. I like the oh fuck, what is it? I like the sweeter barbecue sauces.
Alright, we're gonna be done with chat. Brianna, you good? Draw it up and share your art.
Ryan, stop putting porn on the TV.
No! So yeah, we've just been throwing lewd ass shit at this duck.
I wouldn't exactly call that a lewd.
There were worse things, that's why. They literally had a duck getting cummed on, for fuck's sakes.
Oh, God.
I'm sure.
Apparently, Aaron likes to dip his Thanksgiving turkey in barbecue sauce.
I mean, whatever suits you both, man.
I mean, if you get it up to high enough temperature, that can double as cooking it.
Slice. Come on. Let's get this shit going. I literally have
Yes.
less than an hour.
Talk to her.
Yeah.
She's the one doing things. Us two are just sitting around
Just
waiting
making sure.
for you two.
Leave the plate there, doesn't matter. Brown, what do you do? Where do you go? We're going off into these woods, correct?
Yes, I'd like to go north.
Into these woodslands, correct? To these.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Roll me a D100.
Hmm.
As you went to the woods, roll me a D100.
Oh, sorry. Where's my dice?
Welcome to the Hexwood, where they eat your dice IRL.
Hey Brian,
So,
while she fumbles her dice, hex versus curse in D&D difference what?
one's more of a ritual, I believe.
Okay, cool.
50?
No, you have to roll both D10s.
Oh.
You roll, that'd be 50, and then you roll, no, keep the 50, and then you roll this one, because those two dice together is D100. Also, do lose some slices for me.
Only have two.
This fourth one will be my last. Don't worry.
Jesus fuck, Bill. Did you not eat today?
I had 3 packets of instant oatmeal already,
So that's
but that was about 10 hours ago.
It's not a lot.
63.
It's not.
Usually
63?
3.
Okay.
And that's,
63. Which book was 63?
The problem with having so many books is that at this point you need to roll a D100 to find which book you're rolling a D100 in.
No. 63 has a number assigned to it for the Hexwoods.
Doom.
Ooh, that's tempting, but no. That was closed.
Deep in the woods. Nay.
That would not be off character for...
Damn it. Go.
That wouldn't be too off character for the Hexwoods, actually.
Aaron says warlocks are the hex masters. Brian just pulled out the book on screen.
Yeah, alright, that's not gonna
Creature Codex
come.
by Cobalt Press.
I'm alright right now.
Yeah. What number did you roll again?
63?
Cool. Okay. Give me a perception check.
A whinny in the distance.
Let's become the raven.
That's my fault.
5.
Only a 5?
Yes.
Oh, this is going splendidly for our intrepid girl.
Alright, so about 30 minutes into your walk, you don't seem to see anything, and you're just having a nice conversation with your daddy, with your daddy trident. I crave blood.
I'm trying
There's
to
a
get you
joke
out
to be made
right
that is going to be. There's a joke question to be made that will be
I'm trying to
very
get you
uncomfortable
out.
for all parties involved.
Do it.
No.
Do it. Swallow and do it.
No. I'll save it for another time.
Why?
But now is the time. Now is the ultimate time. Do it.
No. This is a focused point. That's for a more unfocused time, like when we were talking with our thing.
Okay then.
Okay, so I'm walking.
Blood.
I'm gonna use
Are you holding him in your hand, by the way?
She says no, back over. Okay, so yes. We're going there.
I meant like I meant like this, gripping him, but if you want to go like this, you can. That's up to you.
Okay.
Although, due to his size, it'd more be like this. But, you know, that's...
Yeah, well, either way.
Oh god.
Just holding staff regular way.
Some like a bit more constriction.
And so,
What is this?
I'm walking with him.
Alright, cool.
Walking through. Just
Cool.
kind of looking around.
You take 2 points of piercing damage as he sticks one of his needles into your flesh and takes a pint of blood.
I feel like a pint of blood would be more
What the
than.
fuck?
That is quite a lot for a
Okay,
human.
He takes a few droplets of blood from you.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you do take 2 piercing damage.
Holy
That's like
shit.
that entire candle of blood.
So,
I think humans have like 8
Heroes?
pints.
So, give me a sec.
I feel like it's measured in quarts, but
Grab this really tightly for demonstration.
No.
Just in your pen and just go. You feel that?
Ow. That kind of hurt. What was that?
I thirst.
Well, wait a minute, that kind of hurt. I need to be able to function. To get you some.
I would not kill you
What's
if I need not.
Oh god, that's reassuring. Okay. I'm looking faster. Alright, so.
Perception check.
Okay.
I'd say with advantage because of the threat of being hurt again. You have advantage, roll higher.
18, okay.
Roll the highest and then add your modifiers.
Plus, that's.
Come on, this is.
Perception?
What session is this? 8th? Come on. You know, hold on. You've
Plus
been.
2.
Actually, you and Bill have been here since the beginning, so come on. I expect you guys to be able to know what you're doing.
Plus 2, so it's.
So 20.
Yes.
Okay. Out of the corner of your eye, while searching for blood, you see 2 yellow glowing, almost. You see 2 yellow glowing eyes staring at you, and stripes along those eyes, just across the eyes, and with a bit of white and gray fur above and around it.
Okay.
They
Alright, so.
stare at you.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Do I want to investigate this? Huh? Do I want to do this? Shit.
It's a bunch of bandits.
I need flesh.
But they want
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Okay. And I kind of just walk a little towards it.
your thing is projectile capable.
Literally, the whole thing is you can
Oh.
throw it and it will return to you.
It's like
Yes.
Thor's hammer.
Okay,
It's
so
but a trident.
I'm just gonna throw it.
Alright, make me a dex check because it is dexterity based to throw.
Mhm.
Actually, no, it is versatile. Dex or strength modifier. Which roll?
Strength.
Which roll?
4.
4 plus your strength mod, plus 2.
4 plus 2 plus 2.
Proficiency, right?
Proficiency with the
wait.
weapon. Come on.
4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 2, 8.
Alright, so for a weapon attack, you add the modifier that's associated with it. Which, what do you have for... Yeah, so in this case, strength, because you have a, what, in dex? Strength or dex, technically.
Not to derail, but Brian, where do I stuff these pizzas so I can get my crap back in order? Living room, maybe?
I mean, we don't have a... Yeah, put them in the... I
That
was gonna
sounds
say,
safest.
Alright, so.
Better be
Actually, is that
plates.
supposed to be
Okay.
plus 3? It's supposed to be plus 3.
Whoa!
I was trying to not do that.
I was trying to get it from under your foot. I didn't make it.
Well, thank you for trying.
I'll fix that later. No, that's...
Got time.
15 is plus 3 if I recall.
It's trying to get me.
The fuck?
It's the fishing line
Oh.
through it.
Give me a second.
No,
What the fuck is that?
you keep going with that. I got this.
I gotta figure something out actually really quick.
That'll work.
I was gonna say, just put a square knot and it should work.
No,
Okay,
I
no,
just
15
hung
is
up by
plus
ring.
2.
He hooked on something. It'll be
15
fine.
is plus 2, however, 12 to 13 is plus 1. Which is what was throwing me off. You sure how 2 plus 2 is?
No, and I was doing the, say.
Proficiency.
Change it back.
Did you have the shift erase thing actually?
Yes, I chose, long tooth.
I more meant for modifiers of stats.
Come on.
We'll go over it later. Regardless.
Okay, so
Regardless, use average one has about that's because the other 3 points go to the dick.
okay, so +2.
Wait,
to
Sophia
hit.
has a dick?
Maybe.
Okay, so +2 to hit and 1d6.
Her card's in for a surprise.
Well, no, your spear, your trident has a +2 due to its ability. You add your strength or dex modifier, which is the +1 or +2. And you also have proficiency with the weapon, which is another plus. I don't know what your sheet is right now.
2.
But it's another +2.
So that's +6 on that attack. So
So
that's a
8.
full 6 and 8 makes a full.
Wait, no. That's 14.
Yeah. 14 to hit. Brian, sauce, fridge,
Yes.
There's
Door.
no arms left in it.
fridge door. Got
Put
it.
it in upside down if you can.
You miss.
Put it
that one.
sideways so it doesn't. So it's easier to get
Oh.
at.
So you lob your spear. Well, you lob your lance, and it goes sailing right past the target. You're still going to use the weapon, unfortunately.
Hey, yeah, I just got it, so.
At least you don't have to go get it.
So, and then it comes back.
You have to call it back to you, yes.
Okay, come on, Ebros.
A nice puff of smoke, and
Thank you.
you just embrace it, and you feel that D4 dig back into your flesh to hold.
Oh,
It doesn't draw blood this time.
oh okay, let's do this again.
It's just pulky.
Okay, alright, we're gonna do this again. Okay. Alright, so I'm throwing, and that is,
It is versatile, so strength or dex.
so,
Roll it.
strength.
Roll a 20. It has been several weeks
15.
since any of us were in combat.
How much?
15
Plus your
plus
mods.
6.
Plus all of your mods.
15 plus 6.
21.
Oh,
That will hit. Roll damage.
How much? What thing is it for damage for this thing?
this
Pretty
is,
sure I gave her all the stats for it.
so
Did
that
she not check it?
is
+2 to hit, but did that 1d6 piercing.
I bet she did check it. 1d6 plus 2, actually.
The square.
Because it is a +2 weapon. I'm also pretty sure it's actually
5.
plus your
7.
stats, too, actually.
plus my stats?
Yes, plus your stat that you're using.
Okay, so 5,
+2 plus 2.
7, 9.
Alright, so it's 9 damage. Okay, cool.
Rockin'.
Oh, okay, cool. That's interesting. Yeah, you lucked out actually. Alright, so as you throw your lance, or not your lance, I keep thinking of somebody else's character.
Pitchfork.
Basically, yeah, your pitchfork.
Pretty much.
You hear as you get a flash in your head of Bandit. Yes.
Bandit in the Hexwoods. That makes a surprising amount of sense, actually.
He was in my room!
Really?
He was granny stuff, man.
It's probably something else.
Either way, as you do, the eyes disappear, and out from rushing at you is a about 3 foot tall raccoon.
Does it have a nutsack?
No.
Thank you. Oh god, that's Rocket.
Yeah, it looks like Rocket.
Yes.
Right down to the orange coloring on the not clothes.
But yes, it is a tribal-looking.
If I didn't know that was
It's a
D&D
tribal-looking
book, I would
rocket,
have thought it was
essentially, for those listening.
Yeah. Rocket going.
And it is going to
tribal
cast a spell on you. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
You're gonna get fucked by a raccoon.
Actually, no, charisma saving. I'm sorry,
I didn't mean that
charisma
literally.
saving.
Better than wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw?
Sure, go.
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh
Charisma.
card?
Yeah, go with wisdom. Why not?
5.
Alright, cool. So as he
That's
comes
you,
rushing
Bert.
towards you, weaving his hands about, some dancing lights appear before your eyes, and you're completely stunned for around.
God.
It's going to run up to you and make 2 attacks. Ooh, that's actually cool. You can do that. I didn't know that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it'll make some attack on you.
Oh, God.
Remember, kids, never split the party.
Told you!
I'm assuming assuming a 19 hits, right?
Yes.
Alright, cool. That would have been 19 plus 5 anyway, so.
Hey, Brian,
Oh,
is there a slaughterhouse in town?
there's about to be.
Oh my
I'm assuming 17 plus 5 also hits? Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, so get ready for your damage.
Oof.
Ugh.
2d6, 5, 8 plus 3. You take 8 plus 3, so that's 11 piercing damage as it bites into your arm.
Oof.
And then with its claws, 4, 9 plus 3, you take another 12 damage as it tries to slash at your body.
Rip. So,
So how
23.
do you want to try and avoid that damage?
Right, remember
Avoid
the avoidance thing from last week, yeah.
So how do you want to try to avoid how much damage I said?
Let's see.
How much did I say?
23 total.
A
11
lot.
and 12.
So how do you want to try and avoid 23 points of damage?
How would I avoid it?
Stunned with lights in your eyes, but still probably, with various other senses.
I'd say while it's charging at you, there's a brief flash of clarency because oh shit, danger snaps you out of it.
Yeah.
To help avoid some of the damage.
Plus, at some point in that charge, it has to stop doing things in order to ready itself to pounce.
Wait.
How much HP does she have?
It's up to her. Well, it's up to her. How much HP do you actually have?
Because it went back up, so normally it would be like, I'm guessing 23.
What's your max?
See?
It says
Max is
26.
26.
How much damage did she take already?
23.
23.
If she doesn't avoid
So
anything.
you're on
So,
one.
how do I-
You're on
wait.
1 HP.
Wait,
So
wait, let me
Three.
see.
Let's be
Three.
fair.
Let
3.
me see.
the 2 from the piercing.
Wait, let me see.
Oh yeah, she took 2 piercing damage from the
Okay,
trident.
so I'm stunned, so I can't move.
You can. Because there's a brief sense of clarity. What is your first instinct to protect yourself from it biting at your throat?
Cover my neck.
You are literally going to be taking all but 1 point of damage.
Oh.
So you can literally gain scars from this if you wanted to. Because at that point, it's either that or you die.
Oh, I'll just cover my neck.
So you're going to throw your arm up in front of your throat, and what are you going to do with your second arm as it's going to try and claw at your insides?
I kind of want to use my trident and kind of go this way.
Try and smack it?
Yeah.
Alright, so as it bites onto your arm, it sinks its teeth do sink in, and you feel it. It is definitely a rabid beast of some sort.
Fuck.
Oh, jeez.
That's not
Rabid
gonna be
rabies
Get
are
off.
just like wild feral.
Wild feral.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So it's biting into you, and you quickly use your new trident to try and thwack its arms away from wrenching at your guts. But it does get a few nice claw marks right across the chest.
Okay, well.
It is now your turn.
Okay, so I have it like right here, so it's in. So it's like
It's
right
on your
here.
arm.
It is on your arm and in your face. It's either staring directly at yours
Okay,
and burning a
I
hole.
wish-
It wants to kill you.
Okay, well then I do kind of want to strangle it.
I'd say use
As
your
a-
stats in this situation.
I
Think with stats.
would remember you do have a pointed instrument in your
Yeah.
hand.
You also have a
And
new ability to get the fuck out of that situation. Because dogs have more running speed than humans.
Yes,
Running
I
is
do.
always an option, people.
Poof and
Yeah.
run away!
But the
Oh.
important choice in
Oh,
that
wait.
situation
Oh, no.
is,
Yeah.
does
I'm
the
gonna...
polymorph take it out of, take
It's
her
not-
arm
it's not
out
a
of
gra-
it?
It's not a grapple.
Okay.
Okay, so
Literally, it's a simple just get away and stab.
Or
pretty much.
slam onto the ground and stab.
Thematically, same thing, yeah.
Throw it on the
Just-
ground and put your trident through it.
Theater-wise, it's different, but
Oh.
thematically, it's the same thing. It's not grapple.
It's like a 2 in... Okay, I can do a 2-in-1. Okay, so I think I'm
It's
going
more
to...
for narrative purposes, but yes.
Okay, so basically
Because
I'm going
the D&D combat system of you take 5 points of damage is just
That's boring and
Yeah, I
lacks
like
the
that.
theater of the mind.
That's what I learned. That's what I learned with the spider fight because I just noticed I'm like, oh, this is so fucking boring.
Yeah, I
So
like
that
your
wasn't
avoidance.
just Tim, huh?
So I'm pretty much...
It was a little bit of me wanting to die inside, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna slam it into the ground using the arm since he's already got a chunk.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stick it straight through him.
Okay. Roll a hit.
17
Plus
plus
6.
2.
Plus 6, technically.
Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2.
18, 19,
Misses
21.
and it burrs
That'll
into
hit.
your stomach.
Thank you.
Don't do
Plus
that
4 to your next damage.
in case you miss.
Plus, say what?
Plus 4 to your damage die.
That is the
8d6.
Like a D6,
Plus
like
four.
a D6.
I will stab you with a spoon.
I will
7
stab you with
on-
a knife.
yes.
You rolled a 1?
No.
Oh, you rolled. Oh, right. Plus 3. Right, yeah. Okay, yeah, so you do 7 points of damage to it as it releases from your jaw. You do have your bonus action, so you can transform and rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So what do you turn into then? Seeing as we just worked this out recently.
Okay.
Describe
So.
to the audience what you look like as you turn.
Damn. Okay.
What
Bonus
happens to your
points to
massive tits?
Jeez. I turned to a dog. So.
What kind of dog?
That bitch.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
On the spot, come on.
Does the dog have tits?
Shut
Shepherd.
up.
The audience
You're a
wants to
shepherd
know.
dog.
Shut up.
Black.
Black? There. You turn into a nice black shepherd and bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what's your AC?
My AC.
What class?
13.
When dog.
13.
It rolled a 2 to try and hit you, because it does have attack of opportunity. However, it misses with a 2.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're going to bolt, seeing as you only have literally 1 HP.
Yep. I am. So I think I'm gonna go back. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna leave.
Alright, cool. Give me a nature check to try and navigate through these woods that you've never been through. And you're also panicking.
19. That's nature. It's
19. Now, you manage to, you look at the sky for a second, notice where the sun was, and remember it being to your back, so you head towards the sun. And eventually come back out a little bit southern than you, more south than you remember.
About there.
Yeah, it's about.
I like having a stick.
I'm
Okay.
thinking about getting a pointer. Just a big, stupid, fucking middle finger that just points at things. Or so I can just hold up and flip people off.
We'll get through your print and
Okay, so I'm on the south. I'm the southern.
You're on the.
southern
Western.
area.
You're over here.
Wait.
You went in over here, but you ended up here, despite
Okay.
going the exact same direction that you came from.
Okay.
Hexwoods, yo.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't go in there alone.
Yeah.
Living weapons don't count as players.
Yeah.
And they don't make you
Alright.
invulnerable.
And they don't add to the action economy.
Alright. So I'm on that side. So I'm pretty much still in the dog form.
Yep.
So I'm just trotting along. Just walking.
Trotting.
No.
Limp.
Limping. Limping.
Okay. Are you paying attention to your surroundings?
Yes.
Perception check.
Is she losing blood?
18.
You're definitely bleeding, that much is certain. Okay, so you do see that same raccoon with its arm still bleeding from you stabbing it and a bit around its throat. However, it still seems to be standing and looking at you from the woods.
See, I figured it was still on the ground with the trident sticking out of it.
It does actually have a bit of movement on. It actually does have a good sense of 40 feet of movement. So it could have easily kept up with you. However, it doesn't seem to be chasing you outside of the Hexwoods. The only reason why you escaped was due to you taking the first action to run.
Yes. Alright.
Its time was spent getting the spear out of itself before poofing it away into your hand. Unless you want to leave it there.
No.
I mean, the longer it's in there, the longer it can suck out his blood.
Yeah.
That's the point.
And it's not like you can't poof it from
Yeah.
anywhere. You could get back to the tower if you wanted and then poof it.
To your knowledge.
To your
Okay.
knowledge.
So
Yeah,
either way, I'll
so-
say that you do have your spear and it is behind you. So it's not directly behind you, but it's staying at the Hexwoods. Well, you're about you're about a block away from it, but it doesn't seem to want to leave the Hexwoods. It just stares at you.
Okay, so I think I want to leave it in.
What?
And
Well,
let
no,
it suck
it teleported back to your hand by now.
Oh.
What?
Throw
what
it
did you
again
roll?
from a distance!
What did you roll?
18.
See another pair of eyes next to it, followed by a third. followed by a fourth.
Rip.
These things do not hunt alone.
Apparently.
Regardless, what do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna keep going into the city.
As a dog,
Yes.
just limping along. People look. A few tieflings look at you and
Yeah. Hey, Brian, what's
Live their
the
lives.
culinary situation in this town?
desperate.
Jesus.
Hey, that looks like food.
You see, you don't give me a perception check actually.
It's a 6.
Maybe we should
Looks like
switch to the other
Sophia is
dice
a
tray.
stray in Chinatown.
There is a Chinese person equivalent. It includes appetizer, food wise. Like people that eat exotic things like actual live animals. They're called lizard folk. And speaking of one, you see a giant bipedal Komodo dragon unhinging its jaw and swallowing half of a pig before turning its head and looking at you.
Next on the menu.
Nope.
And you see its tongue go.
Oh no.
It reaches
No.
up and just licks its eye.
Covered in blood.
Hey, Brian, about how what's the diameter of the city?
Yeah,
One
I'm
grass.
gonna turn back to myself.
To be fair, you guys would probably be heading back to the town road by this point.
Probably.
And that's that city there, tent city, right?
Yeah, you guys are taking the main road, so it's relatively
So
easy.
we're here, and she'd be about there.
She's a few blocks in by this point.
So about there.
Halfway point in.
Yeah.
You see where that little cluster is by itself?
Yeah, that thing.
Right there? Yeah, right there. So yeah, she's about there. It's
So-
kind of,
Oh my god.
while it's still swallowing down this pig.
There's poof of smoke, and then lady, right?
Yeah.
Run, doggy, run!
Yeah, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to run. Because right now I'm limping. Limping. And
Well,
running.
you don't have none of your legs are injured anymore.
The limp was in dog form because one of your upper limbs was damaged and became a front
Your arm
limb.
is still
Your
bleeding.
arm
You
is
do
fucked
have a
up,
bit of
but-
disembowelment, but nothing's falling out immediately.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
It just kind of watches you, just like still trying to swallow the pig.
Running.
Alright, so you run back to the tower. That's when you guys all see each other. You two happily, jolly, talking.
He's
half-
super confused still.
I'm half stunned, and he's not helping. But then we see
And then
her,
you
and
see
like,
her looking like she's about to die.
What happened to you?
what the fuck?
I'm hunting in some woods. And
The blood was good this hunt.
oh, for you.
What?
That is
Nothing.
all that matters here.
I would.
Nothing. Pretty much, I got attacked by a raccoon. A rabid raccoon.
I'm gonna go see what that honking outside's about real quick.
So,
Yeah.
and plus, it had a few friends that were trying to kill me. So,
I feel like this is another situation where knowledge of local healers would be useful, yes?
yes, it would. Thank you very much.
Brian, do I just know where that is by this point?
You do know where. Well, at least relatively how to find the shadow cult.
And are they not on the far ass end of the city from
They're
here?
pretty close. I'd say they'd be in this cluster.
I think somebody died.
Possible.
Alright.
So you guys are like in this. You guys are like in this area. So I'd say it's like we're about.
Yeah,
there.
come on, there's a temple this way, those shadow people or whatever the hell.
Yeah, let's keep your insides from becoming your outsides.
Yeah.
Both you two. All three of you guys are looking to look for a temple.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and backtrack that one I was already at.
Oh, cool. Roll me a perception check, the three of you. Unless you don't want to look for a temple.
Yes, I do. 10
16.
plus.
10.
4.
Call out your totals, not your math.
Oh, 10.
Totals, including
Perception.
10 total.
what's your
Plus
perception?
wisdom modifier?
That
Yeah.
would be.
You rolled a 10 plus your modifier.
She
on
has a
per-
plus
do you not
0
have-
of wisdom.
So, for the wisdom, that's 1. 'Cause I do
Perception
remember
is
I have
wisdom. Wisdom
proficiency.
is plus 0.
Then you should put proficiency in perception. So that would be actually +2. You have 12. I was trying to figure out, like, why do you have so... No,
Sorry.
not for wisdom.
Just mark the mark with the mark.
Aaron says the Sun Temple would be good.
We need to work out
The
your
Sun
sheet.
Temple can go fuck
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah, we're having some problems with them, buddy.
Not everyone is on the same level as you guys.
Yeah.
It's still 0.
Oh.
Girl.
Sorry.
We're friends with Tim.
Associates.
Okay, so.
Friends.
Still 0.
Employees.
Close enough.
So it's +2 because that is your perception.
Yes.
Proficiency.
You have proficiency.
Yes.
Okay. So you have 12. What did you two roll?
16.
4.
4 total.
I have +1 to my wisdom, and I rolled a 3.
Oof.
You don't have proficiency?
I do not. I have proficiency in medicine, investigation, and history, along with associated other benefits from character creation that gives me a +5 to investigation and history. But not perception.
You were in Tim's tower when he was injured, correct?
Yep.
Okay, then. You spot a familiar hooded figure. It's Abrams.
Hey, there's one of the clerics that helped Tim.
Yeah,
He's just simply walking with his 3 massive beefcakes of guards who are doing the JoJo stand poses.
Am I allowed to put 2 and 2 together between Massive Blokes and Solaris?
You can if you want.
Yeah.
Wait, let me actually pull that up. Not Templar men. What the fuck are they?
Pillarmen. I got it.
Basically, yeah, that's what they're fucking doing as they walk, and Abrams just is in prayer.
My gosh.
You're about to get healed by some pillar men.
Oh god, okay, fine.
Cut it before we get copyrighted. I don't give a fuck, but yeah, they're
fine.
It's fair use.
But yeah, you two, all 3 of you. Wait, it is?
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Because it's a reference.
Yeah.
We're not claiming it as our own.
Fair point, right?
Plus, it's a
I mean, it's
shitty
not like YouTube gives a shit about
Yeah.
about fair use, though.
It really does. So fuck you, YouTube. We're gonna end up switching to Twitch soon. As soon as I can figure out how to dual stream.
Twitch does care about copyright infringement, but
We'll work
it's
that
the
out
same
later.
idea.
It's
Anyway.
Amazon. I don't like Amazon.
They're not as bad as YouTube. I don't think they have.
They're not as
algorithms like
awful
YouTube.
as YouTube about the people on their service, but they are awful in general.
Anyway,
Yes, you spot the pillar men in Abrams.
Aaron said, "Wait, you know medicine meaning you could heal her? Does Zoc know medicine?
Zoc knows medicine, but Zoc's fucked it up every time he's tried.
I'd
so...
also say let's try to ignore chat and focus on the game. Chat's just there as extras. I'll glance over there and answer questions.
Brian says, "Fuck
just
chat."
like as a
yes,
as a
fuck
rule,
chat. That's by orders.
Yeah, just like as a rule, Zoc knows medicine from a book.
So what do you guys do?
Do you think
see
we
the pillar men in Abrams?
Do you think we should ask them for help?
You're the one who saw them. I don't know what you're talking about.
Zoc said, "Hey, there's one of the clerics that helped." Or Fax said, "There's one of the clerics that helped Tim."
What? Yeah, sure. Hey, you're a healer, right? You're a healer.
Oh, you 3. Why is your friend dying?
Something about a raccoon. Can you help?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Right then. The 3 pillar men are still posing. Yes, please. Just have that on a lower volume, just in the background. There you go. So yeah, they're just posing and just reflecting light to help heal. Oh, but yes, he's going to heal you. He's going to burn a few spells for you.
Okay.
4, 11,
Hooray! Maybe she doesn't die.
13 plus his modifiers times 4.
Have you learned your lesson?
You will heal about 23 health as he burns 2 spell slots on you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he just basically stands on top of you for a few minutes and says a small prayer, and you feel the light slowly tincture your fucking organs and shit back together with a bit of a searing pain. But it's the same pain as before when you were submerged in the liquid fire, as they called it.
I'll take it.
In the bath that burnt off all your dirt. Yeah, eventually your wounds do, like the wounds on it do stitch together. You do have a bit of scarring, but not too much that like won't heal unless you want it not to.
I'm okay with that.
But you also have a nice gash right there. Sadly that was a lot of fucking damage, so you do get a bit of scarring on your gut.
Okay.
But yes, you have made Abrams burn 2 spells.
And then the big monster attacked!
Roll for initiative. Happy holidays! You encounter a dire turkey. Roll for initiative.
I got a 16. Are we actually? No,
No,
yes, no.
no.
Okay. With you, I have to check.
It shouldn't it be a dire goose since we're more in the Christmas season?
Well, we're still technically we should have caught up, but we'll thematically there will be a dire turkey in the future. Just know this, because there is a Thanksgiving equivalent.
Healer accidentally cast inflict wounds instead.
Yeah, possibly. More about that. Hopefully.
Alright, so I'm healed and I have a scar on my stomach.
You have 26 extra. You have 26 health back.
Alrighty.
What will Ricard say?
I don't care.
Oh,
Probably. Oh shit, that must have stung.
Oh god, are you okay? Oh god, are you okay?
Okay, let's
I
just
mean,
continue.
scars are kind of hot.
Oh god. Okay, let's get.
Usually
keep
that's
going.
applied to
Let's keep going.
facial scars, though. You know,
Oh, let's keep
like the
going.
rugged toughness.
Cough, cough, Deadpool, cough, cough.
So, okay, so I'm healed.
I
and
mean,
I'm
that's
standing.
there's an upper limit.
Well, you're on your back. You were on your back while he was doing the prayer because do you really want to be standing, putting extra weight on your guts?
Nope. So I'm laying down, so I get up.
Squish the guts back in.
Organs stay in. Oh, can you hold your chest open? Ah! Aw, don't worry. Ribs grow back. They don't.
Ha! TF2
Okay,
reference.
so I'm
Where's
healed
your
and
knees?
I'm starting to get up
Akamides?
slowly.
Akamites!
So, so after that, I kind of just. I think I'm still kind of bent over since it's still kind of
Relax.
sore. So
Now,
I say
can I tell
thank
what
you.
did this to you?
So it was a raccoon.
A raccoon.
Yes, it
Yes,
was a
they're still
rabid,
posing, by the way.
it's a rabid raccoon. I went into some woods trying to hunt.
Where?
It was some woods to the north.
Oh, my massive abs!
I haven't watched JoJo.
Emperor!
That was from the Emperor thing.
Emperor! Emperor! Oh, Charlie, yes!
The sensation of friction is all but lost upon me.
Look there in the portal! That very small sliver!
Yes,
That-
yes.
That's the only episode I've watched next to the D&D one.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Some funny shit in there, man.
I'm sure it is, but I just don't have time, man.
Dude, they're like 4-minute episodes.
You know how much shit that fucking hours?
Yeah, and you leave it on in the background.
Fair enough. Either way,
Alright, so,
so now you're healed.
yep. And you were supposed to check something?
Yes, they are unaware of what the fuck you're talking. Well, at least Abram is. Woods to the north, I say.
Would Zoc know about the woods?
Two of the paladins stop flexing for a second and look at each other. You mean the Hexwoods?
Yes.
You should not go in there alone. He says while flexing.
I know that now.
Unless you are properly suited.
Well,
Just son.
okay.
Sophia's eyeballs melt from
So-
the hotness.
It is pretty sexy.
Okay.
Oh!
There's
For
3
those who
very
like muscle
greased up armored individuals who look like they could put Ricard to shame.
I'm just gonna look at his eyes.
They're beautiful blue.
Stop,
They're beautiful sapphire
Brian,
blue.
stop teasing her.
Ricard's in trouble!
Oh god, no.
Tease
They're
him
like
sometime.
gems themselves.
I am faithful. That is not gonna. So,
I love how you've only had like one conversation with him. I'm your wife now. We barely know each other.
so. Okay, so yeah, I got
Your
kind
car
of
pops up front.
beat
What's
up.
going on here?
Okay, so I kind of got beat up, and now I know not to go in there alone.
Yes. What
So-
can you tell
Beat up. I think disembowelment counts as something more than beat up.
Indeed.
Yes.
Basically, they do the Armstrong flex off with each other.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm just saying there.
Fax is just kind of glancing at these guys, but he's mostly staring at Sophia like, what the fuck?
In the distance, you hear Tim scream, "Fucking pop his assholes!"
alright, so thank you for healing me.
It is our pleasure.
Okay.
Though we do advise that you don't go in there without reason. Like, at least alone.
I have a reason, I just need.
What cartel was that?
Oh, okay.
Blood.
So,
You can lie to them.
I just need some meat.
I see, but there's a butcher's stand.
No, I like
He
it.
points directly at a butcher.
No, I still like it with the blood on it.
As he points to a butcher, you see the lizard man with just a giant bulge in his throat.
I kind of like
He
it
sees his
still
next
with the blood
meal.
on it.
No, he just slowly digesting.
Fresh.
That was
Is the word
very
you're
much a
looking
whole pig the thing just ate, with blood in it.
You see a slight from his throat.
Okay.
There was a live pig you could have stabbed.
You can buy live animals and slaughter them.
Or just,
I think
instead
I'm
of
just gonna do
paying
that.
for it, get paid for it and work in the slaughterhouse a few days a week.
I would say that you actually say that out loud for her. That's the thing you guys do a lot, is you try to talk about character, but you give in-character answers, so I will count that as in
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Which,
think
by the
I
way,
just-
Phil, I wanted to put that out. The reason why I kept adding pieces during that little scene where you guys were in the cave is because you're not going to be able to plan, like, out of time. You have to plan in the moment. Which is why I slowly was adding in it to get you guys either, come on, move,
Yeah,
move,
okay.
move. Nothing against you, it's just reasons.
Okay, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna ask the guy over there for a job.
Just gonna walk out of the conversation.
Abrams looks like he's very much confused. He's going to incite you. You roll the point.
I think everybody's slightly confused about Sophia and what the fuck her deal
I don't
is
think
right
she's
now.
ever explained to you that shit either. So
I mean, I'm just gonna assume that it's a demon knife that needs some shit going on.
no, Godzilla does not attack real villains.
It needs to kill or
Okay,
some shit,
so-
so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
I
just.
see.
Yep, don't
You
ask.
really-
So yeah, I'm gonna go talk to person. Right now, thank you for healing me. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, she walks away, I'm just like, should we owe you gold or something?
Just a donation to the church is always acceptable.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, the
Or
church...
what are the pillarmen? And he reveals long, flowing, golden blonde locks
I'm going.
with
Yeah,
beautiful
Going.
emerald eyes.
going.
I'm gonna
Going
put...
straight there.
And he holds
Five
out a
of-
helmet to you
I'm gonna
with his
put...
massive, oiled up arm.
Yes, Brian.
Just gonna go.
I take four of the foreign silver I have out of my pocket and throw it in. I'm like, yeah, your church tried to kill us at the last town we visited, so call it even.
Insight!
Oh fuck.
And Abrams with advantage. Last town? What do you mean? He says as you put the silver in, then they Paladin puts his helmet back on.
With the money just gone.
Yes,
No, he just puts it to his head.
held amongst the
The luscious locks.
Yes. Oh, you know, Bronzefell, you got a whole totalitarian state surveilling the populace, all that. Yeah, we
That's actually big for
accidentally
Bronzefell.
did found ourselves among that, and yeah, turns out they don't take kindly to people just doing some simple freaking research.
Into what? Most
No,
History of
they
the
don't.
town.
most
They
places-
blew up a bookshop for us being in there talking about the past of this place.
Julie just stares at you for a moment, trying to comprehend it all. You can roll insight on it if you want.
Sure.
Insights you can always call for, by the way. You don't have to wait for me to say, hey, roll
Yeah,
insight.
I know that. It's
Don't always think about it.
11.
7.
Whatever.
He is kind of shocked at all this.
You don't stay in communication with the nearby
with the city that's only, 4 days away by foot and has an utterly massive presence from your own church?
We were unaware there was.
Dude,
Wait.
we were in the main square, and there were about 6 temples to Solaris on that street
Six.
alone.
You had no idea.
No.
Yeah,
Also,
they
we
nearly
don't-
came at us with the entire guard force to for snooping for just doing a little research on the local area back before the whole reason this place is in a crater.
The war.
War?
Yeah, you never noticed this town sits in a crater.
I just thought they were using it as natural defense.
Well, they are now that they've rebuilt it after
As you're looking at this kid, he is pretty much a kid and looks like he's about 19. He maybe has like a small.
Yeah,
patch
how are
of hair.
the three? I'm guessing they're just giving us a death look.
No, they're simply saying nothing. Actually, plus with their helmets, it's kind of hard to see their faces.
Hmm.
They're not
Yeah.
holding their weapons to us.
No, not yet.
Yeah, your religion came here in a great crusade and tried to put the kibosh on the place because the guy protecting the area used necromancy. You know, the guy you healed up in that tower?
Well, necromancy was forbidden.
And
long time
Tim
ago.
used it to protect this area from an invading force that summoned a Tarask and forced him to use great magic just to stop the war.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, roll me another insight.
17.
Also 18.
He
Plus,
looks ashamed
Zero.
of himself.
I guess they don't really tell you about that in the recruiting pamphlets, huh?
I'll have to talk with others to confirm if this is true or not.
Well, don't
thank you.
Don't
for
go
your-
digging too hard in Bronzeville. They might put you on a cross or something.
Yes, we'll be certain to avoid that area. Then. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Well, you're...
May Solaris' light protect you.
And you.
As he walks away.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a simple. He grabs. He's holding onto his holy. Like you actually see, like his knuckles are turning white with how hard he's clenching. This
I'm talking about me signing across behind him. Godspeed.
I mean, the Christian God isn't a thing here as well.
I know it was a joke, Brian.
But yes. So yes. You have set in motion a different thing. Congratulations.
Haha! Plot development!
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah.
This is all your fault.
So as you approach
Mostly mine, really.
You approach the Komodo
Yeah,
dragon.
she started this.
So as you approach the Komodo dragon.
Okay.
I mean, I took him as a
Uh-oh.
customer,
No,
not the
it's
proprietor.
it's still just bulging.
Is he choking or just trying to swallow it?
He's a giant lizard. He's swallowing.
You could choke on it.
Actually, don't give me medicine. You don't know.
uh, 2.
The fuck? You didn't know kobolds could get that big.
Okay, so
Either way. Yeah, he just has a giant bulge in his throat.
Did he? I thought he ate half of it.
are you looking for
And
He
then-
was
any-
eating half of it when she.
Oh, he
walked
had
by.
it halfway in his mouth and he chomped down.
Okay.
Yes.
I was
Okay.
wondering about that. You said
So-
the back half of a pig, so like just...
The back half was sticking out of his mouth. I apologize.
Okay.
Okay. Kicking.
So,
squealing.
do you have any job openings?
I mean, I would first establish if this is the guy that sells the meat. Did you sell that, or did you buy it from somewhere?
You guys are still talking to Abrams.
Okay.
I figured this was after that.
Do you have any job openings?
Let's fuck
Die
off.
Slavia Throst. What language do you speak?
It's subrace and common.
No, you gained a new one, didn't you?
Yeah, subrace.
So you
No,
already have, like,
demonic. You gain demonic from your weapon.
No, but I thought
And you
that
also
wasn't...
gained one from your race, don't you?
No, different race.
I'd say still count it. That we have 3 languages.
Okay, so yeah, I don't speak.
You have common, infernal, and what else?
Infernal.
And
That thing.
subrace.
The hell subrace.
Subrace is
Does that mean you can speak dog?
yes.
Oh, so you can speak canine. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you put canine.
Subrace dependent, as in
That's
you're the
you fill it in.
you're the dog subtype.
So you can
of
speak
that.
dog.
Yes.
Just put lupine actually. Put lupine as
Doge talk.
Doggy talkie.
If I ever have.
He's struggling with words as.
I mean, he's got a pig in his throat.
I mean, snakes can still drink water after eating, so.
Yeah, but they can't talk.
I mean, snakes can't talk to begin with, so.
That's what I meant.
They can also still breathe, so presumably they could still talk at that point.
Okay, there you go.
Maybe.
Okay, so he speaks.
He's getting as You're want meat?
I don't know. I want to work with you.
I want
No.
to kill meat.
Look,
Yes, as in job.
you'll.
I basically want a job at your shop, at your place.
I'm trying, man.
Can I please have a job at your place?
Saying
You
it
tried
faster
those
doesn't help.
sounds once. They don't. Those sounds don't mean anything to him the first time.
I want to work.
I
for
want to kill
you.
things.
Doesn't work.
Congratulations, you're the foreigner that yells at the natives for not speaking English.
Oh,
You're literally doing that.
okay.
Do you?
I want
speak?
a taco! No habla el inglés, yo no quiero. El taco! El stomach!
Okay.
Congratulations, you racist fuck.
Jesus.
I mean,
Okay,
I
fine.
wouldn't call that racist, just stupid.
Ignorant. Foolish.
So, okay.
Ignorant,
so,
that's the one.
Alright, let's let her
Okay,
talk.
so I'm gonna use speaking canine.
He's a lizard person!
Not all animal
wait,
people
wait.
are the same
I'm sorry,
animal
I'm
people.
sorry.
Okay, now it's
I'm sorry.
racist.
Yeah, now it's racist, Jack.
That was just.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna walk back over
Oh
to
god.
facts.
John?
He's just staring confused like, what?
Oh god, I'm gonna walk away.
This woman came up talking the native language and he barely understands it. Then she just starts barking at him like a dog.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna go back over to facts and literally say, facts, I need your help.
Huh?
I need your help like right now.
With what?
I need you to speak to this person. This person.
She's pointing to like a lizard man. He's just looking utterly confused, like, what the fuck just happened? You don't even need an insight of what's going on. He's very much confused of what?
Why?
Because I don't look. I can't. He doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Actually, no. I'm gonna switch him from Komodo dragon to an actual snake person instead. That makes more sense.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like doing the lizard folk thing of not understanding emotions.
So, yeah, he doesn't understand me, and I don't speak lizard. So,
Racist.
I need your help.
Fax is giving her that, like, you motherfucker.
That's pretty
Look.
racist.
Yeah.
Look.
He's not gonna say it, but he's
Damn
gonna give her a
I'm
look.
Sorry, I don't know.
The demon's even like, oh, so you're not just racist to me!
Jesus. I don't know what. I'm trying to understand him. I'm trying to make him understand what I'm saying. And I'm trying not to be rude.
Fax is gonna stare at her for a few moments, judgingly.
I'm just gonna look at this. I'm just gonna say to her, you realize kobolds and snake men are not the same, right?
I'm sorry.
Seriously,
sorry.
why is Sophia such a fucking racist?
Ignorance, I'm gonna
I would
guess.
say that this is the first instance that
I
is
will
very
admit-
much into being
I will admit,
racist.
yes, the demon and tiefling thing is kind of
That's
unknown.
That's not really common knowledge. This
This is something that's very
That's
easy
like
to read.
confusing two different neighborhoods of people. Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, I don't know what he's
hey,
saying.
you're a reptile. You speak this language, right?
Oh,
Wow. Fuck.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm gonna go. I have a rough idea of what she wants. I'm just gonna go over and like, ask him if he speaks like Dwarvish, Gnomish, Halfling, real quick. You know, any of those.
Fax is
So
just gonna walk
how
away.
How do you approach that situation then?
You know how when you I
You
would
start
say
saying hi in every language you know.
I'd point at her and just go like the equivalent of going English, Francais, Espanol, but like Gnomish, Dwarvish, Halfling down the line of
Is that visco disse?
So no then. Frick.
Fax is walking away, by the way.
Not common. Tongue, not common. Not,
Frick.
he scratched at the side of his face trying to think.
I got it.
Equipped. Tongue, common, not equipped.
Ah. Writing?
No.
Yeah.
Fax is just walking away. He's in the distance at this point.
Away from the group.
Away from the group, because he's a little pissed at Sophia right now.
Yeah, I'm just like
Fucking
It
racist.
was unintentional.
I'm sorry for her.
She bark.
Yeah, she's.
He looks quite concerned, like, is that normal here?
I think that's just her. I think just her. It's just her.
Ah.
Oh my god.
Just points at her. Ah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why no cage?
Pet dog.
Cage. He's doing the motion of throwing
I
rocks
got
at
it,
it.
Oh god.
So there, you're standing right next to him. I'm assuming this is the face you're making in response.
I mean,
Yeah, so,
he just looks at it,
Like you just.
Takes
can I help you?
takes the blood out of his life and just pokes you in the chest with it.
No, you may not. What are you doing?
No. Stop. No. Stop that.
What the
Stop
hell?
that. Okay, we're leaving now.
Yes.
You apologize, and we're leaving.
I'm sorry. And I'm leaving.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble. You know, flip him a gold. Pass him a gold coin for his trouble.
Take some time to take some pictures.
I've got 203. I can spare one for public relations. Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, so I have to ask: did the lizard man talk? Did he speak Draconic?
Yes.
I figured. I just thought it would be more fun if I walked away.
It would.
That's perfectly reasonable.
It's not even that it's more fun. It's that it's in character.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, for you. For you.
There's probably more than one butcher shop. Don't worry. Watch, Brian's just backtracking in his head how well he can work in. No, we all get our meat from that one guy.
No. I will say that it is the closest one, though.
You're gonna have to work harder for your blood.
Also, how embarrassed would you say Sophia is right now? As I roll for chaos.
Is it as bad as the tomato bath incident?
This is worse.
Oh, really?
She was just
Oh, this
massively
is worse.
racist. That was at least offset positively by by the guy she's hot for getting a nice look and not being and not presenting any rejection to it.
Despite you being massively racist, it could always be worse. You hear in your head as he takes a sip from his goblet.
Shut up! This is not helping. You're not making this help.
Would it
Any
not
worse.
help that I mentioned another thing I've noticed?
No, it wouldn't help.
Very well, I will keep it to myself.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
You too. You roll me a perception check as she's talking to her. As she's talking in her head.
Fax is pretty far off at this point. Headed towards the tower.
16.
You see Ricard walking past with dragging a cart full of cabbages, shirtless and sweaty.
Cabbage boyfriend.
I don't know what to do.
You are too busy being caught up in your own thoughts as you hear a slight cackle.
Shut up, damn it. This is not making this any easier.
Meanwhile, you'll get to
What the
notice.
hell?
You get to notice Ricard
Oh my god.
because he wanted to point it out to you, but you told him to keep it to himself.
Oh, what's going on? This damn thing is pissing me off. Shit. Ugh. Do I notice him yet, or am I
That's a roll of perception by now, as he's just laughing.
15.
Yeah, you see him.
Ugh.
17 actually.
He's quite shirtless and sweaty. He's a bit dirty too, so he's got like brushes of dirt over his pecs and face.
Sophia starts to drool.
I am not. No.
No.
I'm not gonna do that.
Stop.
No.
But he's hauling what looks like a small horse cart behind him full of cabbages and produce.
I guess he's giving Buttercup a time to
Well, no.
relax.
He's worked at multiple
So-
farms, so he's working. Well,
Oh, those are
above
farms?
game. He's going from this farm all the way over to one of these farms, and he's trading produce basically.
Oh fuck!
And he's all the way over here?
That's a walk, man.
No, you guys we're heading back to the tower, right?
Yeah.
but that's
well, you
the,
would see him
the first
over
line
here.
is
You
over
would see
here.
him over here then.
Oh, so he's like just passing the tower,
Yeah.
and we're.
While you guys are having this giant
If-
fight over how racist Sophia is.
If they're close enough to have gotten to the tower, I'm in the tower.
Okay.
Fax is just fucked off because fuck all y'all. Well, fuck her, basically.
Thank
You see the skull hand.
Fax waves at the skull hand. He goes upstairs and pets Bandit. He's just gonna sit in the room and hold Bandit.
God, such racist people, right, Bandit?
Oh my god. Really?
Pretty much.
First she said
The
that
tanuki
your
that you
people-
call a raccoon.
First she said
That's like the tiefling thing. Though.
To be fair,
Actually, he is a raccoon. He's a
Right.
transformed raccoon. Just like
Calm it
every
down.
transformed kobold.
Calm it down. You two got a kiss or something? What the hell's with this eye contact?
I'm just stabbing.
Are you really,
Okay,
John?
So I look and
He's got that he's got that he's got that
Minority
I'm just hoping he didn't hear any of that. So I'm kind of like, okay, he's far away. He's far away. Thank goodness.
Ricard goes to talk to the lizard guy.
Making this any better. Why do you do that? Negros, why do you do this to me?
Ricard looks over to somebody he's pulling the cart with and just tells him to hold on while he runs over towards the lizard.
I was joking, but that's beautiful.
Oh god. And I
Because Ricard actually has spent a lot more time in the city than you guys do, so he actually knows a few people.
I'm just gonna look from her to where she's obviously staring at.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
as he's
Now, leave it. Let it go. Today has been a bad day for you.
I mean, you guys
Go
are
to-
you
go
guys are
back
near,
to the
you guys are
tower.
closer to the tower that he's able to notice, so he doesn't immediately
Yeah.
spot you guys.
I'm just like-
for you.
No, let it go. Try a different day. Take it from a gnome who knows.
Okay, fine. Oh, it's like, go into my room. Can't do this today.
Well, seeing as you guys are going to kind of into your room, yeah, Ricard just jogs by. You watch him just talk to the meat guy and like gives him a few vegetables and some small pouch, and he gets some few pieces of dried meat back. Gives him a salute and then runs off back to the cart. So you go up to your room, yes?
Yep.
Well, her room is. She's been
You
living.
guys all share the same room.
No,
Actually,
she has
oh,
a
right,
big
you
room.
have the apartment building, right?
Yep.
Yeah, next
So
to her
you-
card.
So you head. Oh, what's that? So you head back to
Down
the
hall.
apartment building and just go right in. I was gonna say, I'm assuming you locked your door to keep out the racist, right?
Oh my god, really?
yeah.
Really? We're gonna
Yeah,
keep-
I'm gonna
keep going with this?
I'm just gonna be like observe that and then go to the library to either find Tim and ask him about this space
Okay.
Shit!
or
So as-
find a book on
As
it.
you enter the library, you see a large turtle with a skeleton that he's currently appears to be finishing off tying up in bandages and putting a large sun hat on top of. You look amazing, friend. He's about like he's about I think 5 or 6 feet tall.
So this is an anthropomorphic turtle.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a turtle specifically.
That's with an O.
Ah, hello! He seems to notice you and immediately walks into the server and gives you a hug.
I'd like to point out that I took a step back during his waddling.
He walks all the way up to you no matter what.
I know. I figured based
He
on
just
just
grabs
that
you.
voice, but like,
Hello,
just like,
Hello.
And he immediately just takes your bag and starts going through it.
I would like you to not go through my bag, please.
Why? Do you have something to hide?
I like to keep knowledge of my possessions.
Ah, but now knowledge is good to be shared. And he continues to just start taking things out, looking at them, and putting them back.
I also had my bag in a certain way, and I like to keep my privacy just
Yeah,
as
no,
a
he
matter.
still has his hands just in there.
Look, if you're gonna keep doing that, at least tell me if you've seen Tim around.
Ah, yes. Master Tim is right there.
Ah,
Bat Tim.
can I have that back?
Of course. He didn't take anything from you. He
I
was just looking through it.
from the chat I figured, but you know. All right,
This is awkward, by the way.
Huh?
This is another one of my players.
I know. And so I like go up to Tim and like ask him, you know,
He's
like,
currently just floating on a rug. So.
pardon, Tim.
Ah.
You know how, and I know this is gonna piss you off, but my brain is just in a puddle right now. You know how when that fax guy first showed up, he fell out of the sky?
Oh yeah. We're already take his arm off of him.
Yeah. He says he's from space, and he told me about it, and like it's melting my brain. Do you have any books on it that I could read about?
Yeah, she'll see. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, because it's like bugging me, and I feel like if I could look and go back over and not have to rely on facts to describe things, it might make more sense.
Right.
All right, well, you have a good one.
Yeah. He tosses a book over his shoulder. Randomly.
He's just
Which
sitting
actually
in
you
front
see an ink blob come out of it right before it hits the ground and just slither over to the bookshelf and just climb up and put itself on an empty slot.
of it. Handy.
They obey their master.
Yeah, I'm just gonna knock on the no. See, I'm contracting a little bit of the brain fry from portraying it. Yeah.
That's in character.
Yeah, but it's making it hard for me to come to a conclusion out character.
That's not gonna help.
Actually,
So
it does.
I'll say, Zach, what are Zach, what are you?
Facts.
Facts. Fuck. I was
Three times.
looking at you, thinking of because I was trying to figure
Yeah,
out what the
I'm
hell
just
you
like
could
going down to. I'm gonna go down to the to Cookie and see if there's a place to sit in the kitchen. Like, there's a table or something in there, right?
do. It's an
Chair.
island, basically.
No chairs.
No,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So, facts. What are you doing in your room?
Fax is sitting with Bandit and muttering to himself about that racist bitch.
Do you have your door locked?
Door is unlocked.
I thought you did
God,
lock it.
so racist.
And I joked
Okay.
about that, but yeah, he didn't lock it because he assumes she's not gonna come up to the room because she doesn't.
Because she doesn't think she's in the wrong, because that's how racist.
She's
oh
also
my god, really?
She also doesn't stay
Really?
here.
yeah, she doesn't stay in the tower. She's never been in the room, I don't think.
Probably not. No, only
She's-
Rin had.
Yeah, she's
That's
been
it.
in. Yeah, Rin was the one that was staying with us.
I find
Sophia.
it funny how your character of all of them is the one that survived the longest.
I know, right? I mean,
You-
that's
you gotta
basically
feel
how I
some
was
kind of
trying
proud.
to play him, but
You gotta
know.
feel some type of proud there.
I mean, I was basically playing a chicken shit from day one, so it makes a
You're
certain
a
amount of
chicken
sense.
shit that survived.
But it's not like I've died. And
You just
had to
weren't
start
here to
over.
begin with,
Yeah, I wasn't here to begin with. But her, she got herself killed.
and
So
you
you're
got
just
a
twice.
and you got a psychotic break, so
Technically,
not
you're
the
the
same as
only
dead.
one that knows the story behind the dragon. That isn't in prison or dead.
or fucked off to go Batman.
Alright, Cal. I forgot about Cal.
Wait, Cal?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Oh, there's
again?
also Cal. Yeah,
Uh,
we were referring
it
to
was my
Hank.
brother, Joe. Oh,
Oh.
no, Joe. No.
I was
Hank
talking
is
about
still in the
Hank.
city. Hank's still in the city.
Yeah, but he's like fucked off to go do Batman shit or something.
He's back.
No, he's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
We just never checked with him.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
just forgot his fucking name for
He
fuck's
was.
sake.
He would.
I
Well,
forgot his name.
I didn't forget. I just didn't know that's who they were referring to.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You had the Batman description, and we didn't know who it
Description.
was. Yeah. Yeah. Basically that.
I was doing that to remind those two.
Yeah, I know, but like
They could have at least said, "Oh, Hank, yeah, the Gith Yankee," as they pieced it together, but then never said anything.
I'm pretty sure they just never pieced it together.
God damn.
I didn't piece together that was Batman until later.
Either way.
Yeah.
Or Hank.
So, you two reunite in the room. You see him sitting on his bed, petting Bandit.
I need sleep. I'm just gonna. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's not your fault.
I think she was just more stupid than malicious. If that makes any difference.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Your ears itch as you feel like you're being talked about somewhere. Your ears burn.
And anyway. Also, I'm pretty sure I remember you making making word noises like the lizard dude was making word noises. So it is possible he was speaking a language you know.
Yeah, I could have gone and I could have talked to him probably, but
But yeah, not after the line of reasoning of, "Hey, you both got scales, right?"
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I know pretty much all the short people languages, but I'd still be pissed if somebody used that reasoning on me.
Yeah, I just ask people what they know.
I know, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure she was still. She might have been like
I'm enjoying
trying
this.
to,
Yeah.
but
In the wrong way.
But she was like, still kind of fucked up from the, disembowelment and all.
Maybe I think she might be trying to get herself killed though.
Yeah, I don't think there's much trying going on.
True, it just happens.
Yeah.
Yes, you return to your tiny little apartment buildings, apartment room-sized lodgings,
Yes.
and realize only thing that you still have yet to purchase: one, a bed, and two, a sitting area, or any form of improved living conditions. As you literally only have a single stool and a curtain over a wall, for a door, and
Right now, I'm just gonna sit down.
literally you have your bed rolled out, and that's you've been your bed.
Yep, I'm just gonna sit on that.
Compared to these two who have
A
a
sleeping
full-size
bag.
bed.
Nope, I'm just gonna sit down.
Just sit down on the wall.
Yep.
Yep.
Just gonna sit there for a bit.
So, this is your domicile.
Not now.
Why not?
I don't want to speak to you right now.
Is it the man?
I don't want to speak to you right now. You're always fucking hungry. This is why I got into this. This is how I fucking got into this situation because of you. Always fucking hungry. What are you hungry for now? You're always hungry for that.
Yes. I've been hungry for many years.
You're always hungry. So let's just get over that.
Have you gone 30 years without eating?
No, but you're always hungry.
You
So
will never know my hunger.
I would go with the argument of he doesn't technically have a digestive tract right now.
no, because he's just a.
A stick.
Pointy rail stick.
No, since I'm so racist. He's a
Well,
tiefling. You're tiefling.
at least
So.
I'm not a racist.
And at least I'm not always hungry like you. So.
Hunger is nature.
Racism isn't.
Racism is stupid.
I know racism is stupid, but it wasn't intentional. So, anything else you need to say, Ebros?
I thirst for blood.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's end of discussion now. So,
Your
figure
mate.
we're not doing that shit. So,
Why do you fancy him?
why do you care?
If we are to work together, it is best to know one's allies.
I like him. There it is. He's nice.
He is full of blood.
Bundle
This is attractive. Yes.
And so are other people. You're not getting him. So,
Are you offering others in place?
yes, other animals.
Hey, weren't there a lot of orphans from that village?
There were.
Tim would probably approve.
Well, how little you think of Tim, goddamn.
No, I was basically just pulling a parallel to that Richard guy.
So, that's sports ball. So, how about that sports ball?
Alright, so I think. Alright,
Yeah.
so I'm just sitting there.
You're just gonna sit there and eventually pass out.
Yes.
It does get kind of late after a little bit.
Yep.
So I will say we call this here because it's in that sweet spot of 4:30. So we can, if you've noticed in the tavern, people are excited for the first game. So.
Woo!
So for you guys, whoever the fuck's watching or watching the recording, I'm going to be having a live game almost immediately after this one.
Audio only for the most part.
Probs.
Oh boy. Jesus, I became a fucking racist. Jesus, that is terrible. It's a black person, Jesus.
Anybody can be racist.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah, but you two don't feel bad. I feel bad.
I mean, we generally do also feel bad when we do racist
Speak
shit.
for yourself.
I feel bad.
I mean, she was saying us too. We already know you're a jackass.
No. Why would I care about what color skin you have? I don't care about your origins. I don't care about your racial ethnicity.
Then why would
I don't
you-
care about where you're from. You're
Then-
human. I hate all humans equally. I hate myself equally.
You hate yourself much more.
Oh, probably. I hate myself much more for different reasons, but I still hate myself as much as I do for being human.
Glad I'm not
Seriously,
human.
do you know what it's like to have to share the same genius as some of you fucking retards? Not you guys, but retards in general. It's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, just think of all those idiots who elected Boris Johnson.
Exactly.
He's like the Aldi version of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He's the stupider,
I
less...
was more thinking that guy that did blackface and got elected as prime minister.
yeah,
Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a
no
lot
idea what
worse
you're
than
talking
Boris.
Or the guy that
Sounds bad,
fucked a pig and got elected prime minister in Britain.
Or, anyone in the East, in the Middle East. Seriously, they
Ryan,
think killing
stop with the
themselves.
baiting.
I'm just saying, killing yourself isn't good.
Honestly, if you're gonna go for the for that option, I would go for the Japanese. You know, to go and try and bait.
He's talking about kamikaze.
Ah, that one. Yeah,
Actually, no, I was going for that.
I thought he was talking
Well,
about
no,
suicide bombers,
seppuku
and you
was
were saying
performed more
kamikaze.
ritualistically.
Yeah.
And also they wrote a haiku, which was actually quite beautiful usually.
Anyway,
Mind you, it's a death haiku, but still, it's a haiku.
yes, poignant.
Have you guys ever read death haikus?
I tend not to.
Have you ever
They're-
read that?
Yeah, they wrote death haikus before they would kill themselves.
Yeah.
Read some of those.
Aaron says, "Hey now, don't hate on Trump, please."
What?
Fuck Trump.
Anyway, let's try to keep the politics.
Exactly.
Let's try to keep it to just that moment, and let's move it on because D&D is about having fun, not politics.
What about politics in D&D?
Those you can discuss.
Let's go burn ourselves a bright orange idiot politician.
Oompa
Oompa loompa
I'm surrounded by
doompa dee.
liberals.
Ah!
Jesus.
Nah, I'm
Either way.
conservative.
Good
Let's wrap this up because I've got literally a game in like 10 minutes.
Yep. Bye bye.
John, we got to work out the sound quality for that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Testing.
see you guys whenever.
Waiting for it to end.
But yes, I had fun. Everyone else?
Yes, it was fun. It was fun melting my brains, and it was